AmeriCorps needs you now more than ever. What is AmeriCorps? It's your opportunity to help your neighbor and your nation through these difficult times. AmeriCorps members serve their communities by fighting hunger, teaching and tutoring and mentoring students, and responding to natural disasters. AmeriCorps is your chance to get involved and be the greater good. Search hundreds of opportunities and apply at joinamericorps.gov. That's joinamericorps.gov.
Please take the time to visit podsurvey.com/peasants to complete a short 21-question survey. Participants in the survey will be entered into a chance to win a $100 Amazon gift card. The survey can be taken multiple times, so feel free to visit back each month for your chance to enter the drawing. Please help support the show by using our Amazon links located in the description anytime you purchase anything from Amazon. It's a great way to support the show while just going about your normal business shopping on Amazon.com. Also, check out our storefront for Drunken Peasants recommended merchandise. Patreon pledges of $5 or more will now receive 2 private shows each month. In addition to the private shows, Patreon pledges of $10 or more will receive the Drunken Peasants post show after each episode of the Drunken Peasants, Ben and Billy's monthly shitty movie review, and regular behind-the-scenes vlogs with Ben and Billy. Sign up anytime to catch the future shows as well as past content. If you want to catch the post shows but you're not a patron, click the join link below this video to become a member of the Drunken Peasants channel. In addition to each post show, you'll also get special badges and emojis that you can use in the Drunken Peasants live chat. Streamlabs will be open for the duration of each episode. Click the link below to send us a message. Donations $20 and above will be read out through text-to-speech and will require our immediate attention. All donations below $20 will be read at the end of each segment. Keep an eye out for our weekly Streamlabs goal, which if we meet, we will do an extra show the following week. If you find any content you'd like to see us cover on the show, send it to drunkenpeasantsinbox at gmail.com. All submissions will be reviewed for possible usage in a future episode. Click the Discord link in our description to join the Drunken Peasants Discord. Interact with other Drunken Peasants fans in text and voice chat, as well as the peasants themselves. Visit the Google Play Store and download the Drunken Peasants app to catch the audio version of the show while you're on the road. In addition to the app, the audio-only version of the show is also available through iTunes, Stitcher, Spotify, SoundCloud, and other audio platforms. That's all we have for now. Enjoy the show.
In the beginning, there was nothing. And then there was the Drunken Peasants Podcast.
I gotta get a witness. No!
Say, man, you got a joint? No, not on me, man.
I don't have facts to back this up.
It'd be a lot cooler if you did.
That's true. Sometimes I cry.
Oh!
Lick my butthole, he laughed.
From the strangest corners of the internet, here to bring you opinions of the world from an altered perspective. Here are your hosts, the Drunken Peasants.
Hello, everybody. Welcome to the Drunken Peasants Podcast, episode 735. Today, we are joined by Vee Infuso. Hello, Vee Infuso. And we got Lord Jamarcus here as well, also known as Lord Magicus, his real name. He's one of our longtime Patreon supporters, and he's here on the show. Welcome, Lord Magicus.
Yeah.
What's up, neighbors?
Hey. Hey. So, V, we did it, man.
Fun as always.
We did it. Oh, shit, you're muted.
Oh, no.
I don't know.
This is not good. No? Before we started,
I heard him.
V was talking.
I heard him, and then Lord
What'd you do, Lord Magicus?
I didn't do nothing.
Why can we hear? Hold on. Why can we hear you but not him?
I don't know. Maybe.
Oh my God! I'm gonna leave this call and re-enter it.
Okay. Everybody watching at home, this is the beginning of something great.
All right, Lord Magicus.
Yeah.
Okay, I can hear you. V. No. V, do me a favor and pop into your Skype audio settings and make sure your mic is set as your microphone, if you can, because I don't know what happened.
We had V for a minute. I wonder if
at the very beginning, because I didn't think he was here, and then he's like, "I'm here," and I'm like, "Okay."
Yeah. I wonder if there's an issue with the USB might have malfunctioned, has to be reset. That happens with me sometimes with my microphone. It's unfortunate. Yeah. It's unfortunate. While we get through this, which we will, let's all take a moment of reflection. Lord Magicus.
Yes.
You watched the movie with us last night.
That was an experience, to say the least.
Now, did you go out and try crystal meth?
I did not.
Good.
I might even go as far as to say I've learned not to do that from watching this movie.
Good. Yeah, I was worried. Some people were talking about going out and doing a meth, and I was like, don't do it. It's not good. It's not good. We watched Spun. If you guys haven't seen it, it's a 2002 movie based in. Oh, it's not based. It's filmed in Los Angeles, but it's inspired by Eugene, Oregon, where Jeff Holiday's from, and the Eugene, Oregon drug scene, which Jeff Holiday is also from. That
it's a pretty gross movie, honestly.
Oh, it was really gross. It was awesome.
It showed like someone taking a dump. It was just really bad.
It was really good, but gross.
It was entertaining, but also trippy and creepy.
Yeah. Had a nice early 2000s feel to it, back when meth was still fun.
I had a feeling of uneasiness the whole time we were watching it, and I'm pretty sure that was by design.
Oh, yeah.
So we're going to get this part out of the way. I guess we're waiting for Vee to come back. I was just about to congratulate Vee on getting on the show, because I've been trying to get him on for months. And we just kept going back and forth.
And now that it's here,
right?
Your congratulations was
there.
Like,
he is. I see him. Okay. Can
we see him?
Can we hear him yet? What the hell is going on?
Get it.
This is what you get for congratulating Ben.
Also have to yeah, because the Skype audio is all through the same channel. So oh shit. Hold on. The Skype audio is all through the same channel, so normally if it's on our end, both of your sound wouldn't be working right now.
Yeah, I would assume that would be the case. Yeah. So maybe it's on his end somehow.
I have no idea.
Maybe his system microphone is muted or something like that.
My microphone will go out on my desktop a lot, and I just unplug the USB and replug it in. It's that simple. I don't know if that's a simple case here, but it's happened to me quite a few times. I have a Yeti USB microphone. I don't know.
Oh, okay. He'll be back in a minute here. Really quick, guys, while we're waiting on that, if you could please like the stream, make sure you're still subscribed, all of that stuff, that would be great. Also, check your Brave browser, see if you got any of those bats hanging around. Lately, people have been sending them. I get alerts on my phone every time people send them in. So if you've got any, if you click on the little triangle on the Brave browser, send us your bats. That would be very helpful.
And like the stream up to 1,000.
Yeah. First get us 1,000 viewers, and then we'll worry about that.
No. Like it to 1,000. We'll worry about the viewers afterwards.
Yeah.
I went to get froyo today, and as I was getting my froyo, there was a Black Lives Matter protest marching through.
Yeah.
And I stood out and I was watching them. I don't know. I didn't want to do anything awkward, but I guess I already was doing something awkward because, as you tell me today, Nick Fuentes' boys have been wearing Hawaiian shirts.
Yeah, let me see if I can find that video since it's what we're talking about. I was going to play it later, but here's look.
To flood in this area at University Mall, and it's getting a lot more heated, and there's been a lot more aggression towards law enforcement.
They'll show
these folks coming out right now.
There's Nick Fuentes wearing a Hawaiian shirt.
Trying to get their message.
There's some of his other white nationalist buddies all wearing Hawaiian shirts. Hawaiian shirts are now an alt-right.
I had no idea. And I'm sitting there, and I'm seeing people walk by looking at me. I'm like, are they looking at me because I'm a big white guy? Are they looking at me because they know me from YouTube or something? Or I guess they probably were just looking at me because I was wearing a Hawaiian shirt, and they think I'm Nick Fuentes' buddy.
It could be any number of reasons.
I'm only wearing a Hawaiian shirt because I was supposed to go to Hawaii last month, but it got canceled, and I haven't done laundry, so I put on my Hawaiian shirt.
Oh, you just unpacked your suitcase?
Yeah, I had
this whole time.
I had some Hawaiian stuff packed away, and I was like, fuck it, didn't do laundry, might as well wear some of these Hawaiian shirts.
Put my mask up
they're saying they're chanting Groiper.
Wait, I heard something.
Oh, hello?
Is my audio working?
Yes!
Yeah, I think I hear you.
Sweet. All right.
Yay! Hello.
I had to re-download the app.
I almost felt like fate was against us.
Yeah, well, timing, fate, you know, my computer, whatever you want to call it.
Yeah. Here you are, finally. Welcome.
Thank you for having me on again, and I'm sorry that it took months of me saying, yeah, I'll come on, and then, like, you know, continually just putting my videos first.
He would, like, come into my chat and be like, when can I come on? And I sent him a DM the next day, nothing for a month.
You guys playing tag?
Yeah. Yeah, you know, I seem to do that with a lot of people, and from experience, women really don't seem to enjoy that, so...
That's why I'm so mad.
Yeah, Ben looks like a man, but deep down inside, he's pH balanced for a woman.
Yes, my pH is very balanced.
That's an old deodorant commercial. Yeah. Strong enough for a man, pH balance for a woman. What's a pH balance mean?
Going around here. I mean, when you think about what's been going on, it's just that these folks are coming out and they're enjoying the show about what's happening against the law enforcement here, and they want their message heard. So, how are you? Do you want to talk to us?
Yeah, you say his name.
I like how he's just ignoring them. He's like, yeah, you talk to me.
Thank
George Floyd.
you.
How do you feel about the George Floyd situation?
So, do you want to say anything on TV to folks watching? I got it.
He's so small.
Ben, can I trouble you to share the screen? Because I'm only watching.
Oh, shit. You know what? I forgot. Because
Classic.
I left the call and came back in.
So V gets here. Yeah. His mic doesn't work. He finally gets on, and we don't even share the show with him. You know what, V?
Well, I'm watching the show on silent as we're...
Okay, there we go.
Yeah. That's not good. Yeah, you got to watch it through Skype so you get it in that real time, no delay.
So Billy shows up here.
We're on tape delay.
Billy shows up here in a Hawaiian shirt. He's like, I went to a Black Lives Matter protest. I'm like, you realize Nick Fuentes and all of his Ethnostates are all walking around wearing Hawaiian shirts.
I didn't go to the protest. The protest walked by me when I was getting froyo, and I was looking at them, and I was like, hey, I was trying to be like, not weird, but I'm wearing a Hawaiian shirt. They're probably like, look at that alt-righter. And I'm like, no, I'm an all-right, sir. I'm all right.
An all-righter.
I'm all right.
All right.
Not all right. I'm all right.
Your bandana looks kind of similar to their shirts.
Yeah. Yeah, V, I know a lot of your content's about wrestling, but we used up all of our wrestling. Our fans will only tolerate so much wrestling talk. And we've used up all of our wrestling minutes.
I disagree.
Oh no, I'm with your fans. To be honest with you, I get sick and tired of talking about wrestling. That's why I try to do new content now.
That's cool. I mean, we like wrestling, and we had Ricky Shane Page, who's a pretty good indie wrestler, who was interviewed by Stone Cold on his podcast earlier this year too, and everything. So his career is kind of taking off, and we had him on, and we talked about wrestling. Kind of. It wasn't like we were like, hey, remember when the $1 Million Man put Dusty Rhodes in the $1 Million Dream?
I remember.
Yeah, we weren't doing that. But, yeah.
No, I listen, if I had to talk about wrestling any more than I already have to talk about wrestling, I would put 2 right here in my fucking skull. So that's not a problem for me whatsoever.
What does that mean, bullets?
No, he means fingers.
Oh.
I meant chair shots.
Chair shots, okay.
Chair shots.
I was like, how could you take 2 bullets after the first one? Wouldn't you you have to have rapid fire.
Well, I would point one to my temple, and then I would have a friend, a good friend of mine put the other here. So
yeah. What are these?
Hopefully they would.
Oh, sorry. I see Ben fast forwarding. What were they gonna say?
What, Nick Fuentes and his people?
The people here, like they were about to talk, and then we.
Oh, okay.
Like, were they going to say something?
I mean, probably the same stuff everybody's saying.
On TV to folks watching. I got it.
No justice, no peace. No racist police. Period. No justice, no peace.
What about you, man? What do you want to see happen tonight?
I love the city right now because we all came out.
Where are they here? I see palm trees.
As one right now.
Tampa.
And,
they're in Tampa? Oh,
This is for George Floyd, man. And all the people that's been racially profiled, racially injustice. We've been killed. There's a lot of people down in the city today.
How do you go past, like, you know, the looting and the bad actors? How do you get past that and get to the point where there's some good progress, man?
I just want to point out Nick Fuentes, shortest person on the screen except for a girl that's probably in her teens.
Yeah, because Nick Fuentes is compact.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
just gotta try to focus on the
He's
man
travel
going like,
size.
He's braced and short-pilled.
and which is getting peace among the people and the police and really making shit equal. But you know, I don't mean to cuss on live TV, but we just trying to make things right. They've been oppressing us for years. Bro, my whole family done been in jail. My dad, my brothers, all of them. And why? Because the system set up for us to fail, and we just want nothing but peace. But look, they deep in this bitch trying to stop us, bro. We don't want to show nothing but love. They call it hatred. Ain't none of that, bro. We just wanted to be fair. We just want to be equal, bro. For real, bro.
All right, thank you, man. What's your name, man? What's your
name? James, but Dice.
James, all right, thank you,
Dice
James.
up on Instagram. Follow me on Instagram. Yes.
Appreciate your time. All right, thank you very much, man. You guys be safe, okay? Y'all be safe. So what do you think about, yes, ma'am.
What's
So
Nick
you think
saying
about-
under his breath over there?
Everybody wants
That guy's not based and red-pilled.
I know.
get what they feel in their hearts out, and they want people to know.
And then
how
there's
they
the guy in the
feel.
background,
And they want
the
people
human
to know that-
statue.
That they understand. And she wants to ask me some questions too. You want to be a news reporter later on in life? You do?
Yeah. So how do you?
Was that
I like
it?
the guy in the Joker mask. Like, we bring it full circle back to Joker riots. We never got that the first time.
I thought that was a
until
Doink the Clown
finally.
mask.
There was one other person who had like a clown scarf on, I think, too.
Yeah.
So I guess with that, we will officially start off the news segment.
The news segment.
Yeah, here we go.
He called me sir and got me so human angry.
People are discriminating against wolves. Wow. They're laughing at us, at our stupidity.
I bet you Nick Fuentes wasn't recognized. Like, they didn't know who the fuck he was.
Yeah. Well, he wasn't acting like himself there either. He was a very quiet little boy.
They were chanting Groiper earlier, though.
Yeah, but nobody knows what that means. He
Yeah.
was like had his phone on. He was like talking under his breath to his chat. I want to see chat from his point of view. See what he was saying.
I'm the worst YouTuber because I do not know who that is.
Oh,
But
you're not the
everyone
worst.
mentioned
You know what?
YouTube is a
Just
huge
consider
place.
yourself lucky.
Yeah, it's kind of like people who don't know about, like, God and going to heaven and shit, and then missionaries go to the Amazon and teach all these people, and they're like, well, now you're going to hell if you don't believe in this. Yeah, it's like ignorance is bliss. You not know we are doing we're acting like we're educating you by showing you who Nick Fuentes is, but actually we're taking away blissful ignorance that you will never get back again.
Yeah.
Well, I appreciate that.
There's two
This is all
segments
you
of
need
the
to
show
know.
dedicated to.
Here's a crash course on Nick Fuentes. He's a Holocaust denier that uses Cookie Monster to push his point.
Yeah,
And-
Cookie Monster's basically Hitler, and he's like, oh, you know, I don't believe that Cookie Monster had enough ovens to cook all of those cookies.
Yeah. And because he's wearing a Hawaiian shirt, now I look racist when I go get froyo. And I didn't know it.
I don't know why, but after you just told me that, all I can imagine is Kermit the Frog being like, "Yeah, you know, the Holocaust didn't actually happen." You know, like,
Yeah.
I don't know why, but
The Rainbow
I just imagine-
Connection?
Frankly, Miss Piggy.
I just imagine like Big Bird with like the fucking swastika like fucking armband.
Yeah, Big
I'm
Bird
going my
Himmler.
own way, Miss Piggy. Frogs going their own way. Fig Tao?
Big Tao, yeah. By the way, I just want to announce I am going to be drunk very shortly. So I
Yeah,
want
what
to
are you sipping
apologize.
on?
That's
Crystal Head vodka.
There's plenty of drunkenness that happens on this show, so that's fine.
Is that green in there?
Yeah, I actually mix it with like green apple mix. It's pretty fucking lit. I gotta be honest with
Looks
you.
tasty.
Is that Dan
It is.
Aykroyd's vodka?
Yes.
Why? Yes, yes,
Oh,
it is.
yep.
And anytime Danny wants to sponsor me and my channel, the DMs are open.
Yeah.
The DMs are open.
Dan Aykroyd. Send Vee Infuso a damn sponsorship. He's mixing your drinks with the proper beverage.
It looks like Ecto Cooler.
It does.
Yeah.
Shit, you're right. I
Yeah.
never even thought of that.
I gotta be. I really want to drink that right now.
Ecto Cooler?
Oh, it's
Like,
fucking
it just
great.
looks great.
It is. I'm telling you, I get fucked up like after the second glass.
Hey, Magicus, I'm not sure.
Amazing.
I'm not sure why this is happening because you're usually pretty smooth on here, but your connection's kind of laggy a little bit.
Ooh,
yeah.
Weird. Yeah.
So I would say, if anything, if it gets really bad, just drop out of the call and come back in.
And also, Magicus, you have a bed behind you.
All right.
If at some point tonight you want to have a layoff, I'll jump on the green screen couch back here.
He has the Infinity Gauntlet, though.
Yeah.
He also has a Charmander.
I do. You can see it like right there.
Yeah.
If you want to have a layoff later tonight, you let me know. We'll both lay down and see who lays the hardest.
What?
A layoff.
How do you lay the hardest?
Well, then I think I've already won. Never mind.
That sounds kinky.
I've already won. I just saw a bed back there. I was like, oh, we can have a layoff.
Billy can actually shift the Earth's gravity onto him so that he lays harder than anybody else.
Yeah.
He literally magically sinks in deeper just by like using it's like he's using the force.
Yeah, a lot of people, they can do 100 push-ups. I can do 100 push-downs.
Push down check this out. This is ridiculous. Social media influencers walking around, like Instagram models walking around acting like they're doing stuff during the riots just for pictures like this. She's acting like she's
I'm helping.
I saw one earlier. This girl in yoga pants was like doing the butt pose in front of like a store with all the windows broken out. I saw that on Twitter. This is stupid.
I'm helping.
She's not helping.
Well, this is just a case of people like needing to be seen as good people rather than actually being good people.
Yes, 100%.
Yeah, if you have to be seen as a good person, you're not actually a good person. I'm a sweet boy. The fact they get into a fucking Mercedes and drive off is so cute.
I actually had a friend who used to like go out and like give like, food to the homeless. But of course he would bring like a photographer with him. So like he could reenact like the creation of David like with a sandwich and a homeless person, like he's got to get every single shot.
Yeah.
I was like, are you really doing a good thing if you're just doing it for your own publicity?
Oh, kind of like it'd be kind of like a wrestler that wears jorts and always parades around Make-A-Wish kids with him all the time to show everyone what a good guy he is.
John Cena feeds off of those children. They're gonna die soon. They might as well give their life force to him.
Is he gonna eat their stem cells so he can? Oh,
that's how he stays so physically fit and on the top of the world. Those kids are going to pass away anyways. Wow. They see John Cena. He gets the rights to their life force afterwards. He collects them. He gives them a proper goodbye.
That's a heel turn right there.
It's not heel. He's shuffling them loose their mortal coil with happiness. They get to be around the god Cena before they pass. Whether there's heaven or hell.
Sorry for the wrestling talk, everybody. Sorry.
Guys, it's not wrestling talk. It's existential talk.
Billy, you better be careful what audience you say stuff like that to right now.
Why?
There's kind of riots around for pretty much that exact reason.
The riots for John Cena? Yeah, dude, is this the ECW one night stand crowd? What are we talking about?
It's the alt-right
talking about doing people a favor.
Magicus, you should probably drop out of the call and come back in again and see if that helps it, because you're like this. The
CIA doesn't like you talking about John Cena.
They're scrambling your signal.
Your mic.
They don't want you to see him for a reason.
Yeah.
All right.
John Cena might be a vampire.
Oh, you know what? There's a video debunking the whole InfoWars homeless man thing.
Oh yeah?
Yeah.
Okay. Let's
hey,
see.
Magicus. Yeah. It's doing the background blur thing for you now. I don't know. Okay,
we'll never have a layoff.
It's fine.
Okay. Here we go.
They blessed me with a tent, a new mattress, an air mattress. They brought me food. They brought me clothes, money. You can testify to that. Thank you, Austin. I love you, Austin.
They came and paid his ass. They paid him. They bought him a new bed.
InfoWars?
Yeah.
So how's
I think
this debunking?
Because he's saying, because didn't it say InfoWars burnt down everything?
That's what they said. They said the guys from InfoWars lit the fucking bed on fire.
Right. I don't know if that's true. I think
nobody's
I think they came and helped him.
You're the best. And I got no hard feelings at all. It's a bad place at a bad time.
God bless, man.
Bad place at a bad time.
And we were talking about those piles of bricks, and it's looking like, I don't know if it's been confirmed yet, but it's looking like it's not Antifa leaving those bricks. It's the police using those. They'll set up the bricks. They'll put some surveillance cameras on it, and they're seeing who's picking up the bricks and where they're taking them.
Honeypotting?
Yep. Yeah, because like those bricks are there, and there's no construction site anywhere near there. There's no reason to put a pile of bricks there.
So why are the police doing that?
To track who's throwing bricks.
Well, that's really unfair.
Yeah, I actually saw a couple videos of like people filming from like inside their apartment buildings and shit like that, like the police doing that. So there is some kind of evidence to it.
There's a lot of videos of the police tearing apart buildings and fucking destroying their own cars out there. It's a little questionable.
Oh.
You know what I found out?
A lot of this stuff started with the one guy that was like, they was supposedly an undercover cop that like smashed the AutoZone or something.
Yeah.
It's like right at the beginning of this.
Yeah, the guy that ran off. I think it all started when that cop nonchalantly killed a man with his hands in his pocket.
I was just about to talk about that guy because I was reading because they're posting info about his wife now. You know, his wife is from Laos.
Yeah, and her brother was the Asian man.
That's been debunked.
That's not true?
Yep, that's been
shit,
debunked.
these lies are getting to me.
Yeah. They have the same, her maiden name is the same as his, but no relation.
Oh.
But she
the plot thickens.
What was I gonna say? She divorced him the very day that story broke. She like filed for divorce literally that day.
She's probably been waiting, and now she knows he's going to be locked up somewhere. He won't.
She's like
retaliate.
a real estate agent, and she was. They had like this pageant for married women that was like Mrs. America, or no, it was Mrs. Minneapolis. That's what it was.
She was Mrs. Minneapolis.
She was a contestant for it.
Okay.
Well, I mean, I heard that the reason that she might have done that would be to save the family's assets. This way, like, you know, they can't. If she divorces him and she gets his shit, then if they sue him, they can't get that shit.
You mean kind of like Hulk Hogan and Linda did after their son started a car wreck, right?
And after, you know, it was found, like, somebody hacked their son's phone, and there's weird pictures of his mom on it. Did you guys hear about that
No!
No.
Yeah. There's, like, pictures of her, like, modeling in, like, a bikini and shit, like, and she's bent over and shit like that.
Linda Hogan?
Like, on her own son. Yeah, on her own son's phone.
Well, that's because they all have sex with each other.
Oh, well, no, okay. If that's the case, then it's not weird.
Well, remember when...
I was thinking the worst possible thing.
Remember when Hogan and Linda first broke up? Linda got a boyfriend that looked like a 20-year-old Hogan.
Wasn't it Nick's friend?
Yeah.
Yeah.
And
then you know what's even weirder? What's even weirder is that Hulk Hogan started dating a chick who looked just like his daughter. Yeah. So that whole family's fucked.
Well, it's better. It's better than when he was just dating his daughter.
Oh, that's true. Yeah, no, you're right. You're right.
And every time I see Brooke Hogan, I'm not sure if it's her or her mom. I don't know how that works. They're all
that's not saying anything good about her mom, but that is saying a lot bad about Brooke.
Well, they're all super tanned, blonde, like fake-looking people. They just look super tan.
Linda Hogan, especially fake in this general vicinity.
She's got fake heart.
That's exactly what I was saying.
Fake heart.
YouTube star Jake Paul claims he wasn't looting after video shows him at damaged Arizona mall.
Right.
Oh, hold on. I need more, Drew.
Yeah. YouTube star Jake Paul denies that he engaged in any looting or vandalism despite being seen with friends on video at an Arizona mall as people around them appeared to be damaging property Saturday night. Some guy handed him a bottle of vodka and he took it, right? From the loot? I swear I saw that video. Demonstrators all over the country continue to protest the death of George Floyd over the weekend, calling for an end to police violence. Floyd died at police hands in Minneapolis early last week. To be absolutely clear, neither I nor anyone in our group was engaged in any looting or vandalism.
That's not true. He was with some blonde girl, and I saw her in one of the videos throw something at a glass window.
She did a throw?
Yeah.
The influencer said in a statement posted on Twitter Sunday, the 23-year-old claimed he and his friends spent the day doing our part to peacefully protest Floyd's death and claimed they were tear gassed for filming the protest. Floyd died after a police officer held his knee on Floyd's neck. Several minutes, moaned that he couldn't breathe. A viral video of the incident sparked the ongoing protests, some of which have turned violent all over the nation. Is that the end of this? Okay, we filmed everything. We saw an effort to share our experience and bring more attention to the anger felt in every neighborhood we traveled through. We were strictly documenting, not engaging, added Paul. I do not condone violence, looting, or breaking the law. However, Paul added in the statement that he understands the anger and frustration that led to the destruction we witnessed.
Jake Paul, the well-respected documentarian, just documenting everything.
I mean, he is kind of documenting things. Like it's not the only difference between him and David Attenborough is that he's a fucking little young ass twerp, blonde haired, privileged prick kid, right? Like they're doing the same thing.
Can you say all of that again? What he is?
A little blonde haired, privileged prick kid. I don't know. I added some other things.
There was
to
twerp in there. It was
little
perfect.
Twerp.
However you said it, it was perfect.
I meant it.
To be absolutely clear, neither I nor anyone in our group was engaged in any looting or vandalism. For context, we spent the day doing our part to peacefully protest. I don't know. He's full of shit. I don't believe him.
Well, I swear I saw him take a bottle of alcohol. Like someone broke in and handed him a bottle of vodka. I swear I saw that.
I think that this should have been the excuse that Logan Paul used when he filmed the dead bodies. Like, listen, I did no part in that. I was actually there trying to prevent suicide, and I just so happened to stumble upon this. I didn't mean to put it in the video. Complete accident. It's not what it looks like.
Yeah.
I believe that he probably went there with the intention of just getting some content, but I don't know. I feel maybe after that point, then shit went south.
I've been staying away. I don't know. I feel like if I went down there with a video camera, something bad would happen. I feel like I would inspire some weird shit to happen.
I've seen videos of people just standing up on a hill, not doing anything, getting shot by a rubber bullet. And then there's the one guy that got hit in the eye with a tear gas canister and it popped his fucking eyeball and now he only has one eye.
Yeah.
It's crazy.
If that happened, it'd be whatever. I just don't want to be down there and people are like, oh, cameraman, and then start fucking around doing dumb shit.
You say now it'd be whatever, but when you notice how different it is to only have one eye, it's not just whatever. You'll never be able to see a 3D movie ever again.
I know my dad was born with 2200 vision. He could never see out of one of his eyes his entire life.
Just to have that you lose part of your depth perception.
Yeah.
It's pretty crazy.
I know. My whole life, my dad would not watch 3D movies with me. It was hard. For him, probably. I just go watch them by myself.
I used to watch them with one hand over my eye in solidarity for him.
Yeah, I was like, Papa, I'll cover my left eye. Let's go to the movies. Beloved Louisville restaurant owner who provided free meals to cops killed by police. Is this new?
Yeah, this is new. This is
I read that a little bit earlier.
This is yesterday.
David McCatty, the owner of Yaya's Barbecue in Western Louisville, was shot and killed by law enforcement officers early Monday morning after police officers and soldiers from the National Guard opened fire on protesters.
Dude, you know what? I know this is not possible, and this kind of sounds like a joke, but I'm being totally serious. I can't wait until we have AI cops. Like, cops that can't be biased. Like, if we could all get together and, agree on how robot police officers could be programmed so that they're programmed just to follow the rules by the book. And then also a robot cop doesn't have to worry about getting killed, so they're not going to be as paranoid to shoot at people. They can take it. I think that would solve a lot of problems.
They were sort of doing something like that during COVID where they had a robot policing a park just telling people to go home.
Yeah, I've never seen any of the RoboCop movies.
What?
Well, RoboCop.
All right, there's your new non-wrestling content. I expect a review of the RoboCop movies.
RoboCop's not even
The
a
old one,
robot,
not the
though.
new one.
I'm actually doing a thing where I watch because I haven't seen a shitload of like classics. So like I actually bought all the Terminator movies and I haven't seen any of them yet, and I'm gonna go through them. So I'm doing a bunch of shit like that. I haven't seen any of the Indiana Jones movies either. I've lived a very
What the
sheltered
fuck?
life.
What were you like in suspended animation?
I was watching Mankind come off the Hell in a Cell in like '98.
But I watched all of that too.
On repeat. Like just
Terminator 1 is available on YouTube for free. You can watch it like literally right now if you wanted to.
Oh no, I bought all of them. They're all behind me right now. I just haven't seen them yet. I got a couple TV shows I got to review, unfortunately, first.
RoboCop's a cyborg anyways, so like it wouldn't have been effective in a robot police squad because there's a human in there.
You think that he could have still been racist, even being like part cyborg or part robot, I should say?
He still had his brain.
Yeah, a
right?
cyborg is human/robot, like cybernetic organism.
Yeah.
But I'm talking about full AI robot cop that, you know, the programming, like the way it's programmed is totally on the level. They don't judge situations based on the way people look, just on where the threat is and who needs to be protected, that kind of stuff. I think that and they don't have to fear, they don't have to use lethal force as often as current police officers do.
Well, the current police officers don't have to either. They just do.
Right, but
Wait, are you
but
suggesting
hold on.
program
But even less, because a lot of times cops use lethal force is to protect themselves, and the robot cop's life is expendable.
Yeah.
You know, so
But
that's what I
wait
mean.
a second, but isn't it said that racism is learned? So technically, can't you program racism?
You can program it, but that's why we would have to be on the level with how, robotic law enforcement would be programmed.
Not only can you program it, but sometimes it just happens accidentally because of the limitations of technology, which is like why a lot of like facial recognition features sometimes have trouble with like black people's faces because it just doesn't recognize them till they're too dark. So racism can be learned, but also just an accident through programming like that too.
I think what we need is drones that just follow the criminals when they're being criminals. They follow them home and they sit there and they're like, "We're gonna get you. We're gonna get you," and then they just go about their day until we come and get you. The drone just follows them around everywhere.
So, like, if a drone saw someone playing Pokemon Go while driving, breaking the law.
We don't need to go that far. That sounds like a waste of resources.
Why not?
That's a true waste of resources.
not?
There's people out there committing real crimes.
That is a crime.
No, not if you have the little Pokeball.
Yeah, if you hold it while driving, yeah.
It's not true.
It is true.
No. Not true at all.
Okay.
You have 10 seconds to comply. Return to your home.
Stop. Drop the Pokeball. Drop the Pokeball.
That's not going to happen.
So, yeah, a guy of a barbecue restaurant was shot and killed. So people are still getting shot and killed. We don't even need to read this whole thing
More than
here.
12 hours later, his body remained at the scene. That's
crazy. Why did no one come and get him?
Oh, I wonder how many people got shot. So it says the police shot at a crowd.
I don't know. Yeah,
They say someone shot them first. Like, yeah, I'm sure that's what.
The incident is now under state and local police investigation.
The police are going to investigate themselves. I'm going to investigate myself. I did nothing wrong.
I don't know.
What if the police didn't show up to these protests at all?
Then more looting and vandalism would happen.
Would people get tired after a while?
Are they getting tired?
I don't know.
No.
I don't know if there is a
your
right answer to
solution is to let people loot and vandalize until they're so tired from doing it they can't do it anymore.
They get worn out. They're like, "Oh, I'm so much looting today. I can go home. Take a nap."
Okay. No.
The stuff they're carrying.
Yeah, they're not even. They're there to make sure the protests don't get violent, but honestly, they're really there to stop the looting and vandalism. But the thing is that the demonstrations are a distraction from the looting and vandalism. That's what happened in Bellevue a couple days ago. they're all sitting there hanging out, talking to the protesters. Meanwhile, a gang from the other side of town's breaking into the mall and stealing all the shit there and flipping cars over and setting shit on fire. So,
I mean, it makes sense if all the police are in one area and you know that there's like no chance you're going to get caught.
Right.
What better time could there possibly be?
I wonder if we would have rioted if we hadn't been sitting around at home for 2 months because of COVID. If people would have been like, people are just antsy, right? They want to get out and do something now. They don't have the distractions of going to work every day.
Yeah. I won't deny that that's a fact. That's why this has been going on for days and days and days, too. Like, I think it probably would have only been a few cities for a few days. Or maybe in Minneapolis it'd be going on for this long. I don't think it would be nationwide like it is. But people have been inside for 3 months. So, yeah, I think that's a factor in the overall reasons why this is happening.
What sucks is it's also probably going to undo, like, all the work that we did trying to, like, flatten the curve by keeping people at home. Now everybody's just gathering in the middle of the city together. It's going to spread.
Dude, I was watching Governor Cuomo show a graph of like where they are in New York with new cases, and it's so low, like compared to how it was 2 months ago. It's true. It's gonna. You know what? This is why I don't like both sides. In some ways, but I do think the right is less reasonable than the left. But 2 months ago, the left was saying, hey, you have a duty to stay home for public health. You could get other people sick. You could kill grandma. And the right was saying, this is tyranny. You can't force us to stay home. And now the right is like, hey, the government has issued a curfew. You need to go home. And if you don't like it, you're going to get arrested. And the libs are going, you can't force us not to protest. It's our right.
Well,
it's children tattletale bullshit.
Well, to be fair, from what I've heard, and like I have a couple close friends who are nurses and shit, like COVID apparently is very easy to kill, like in warm weather. Like you just need exposure to the sun and shit like that.
Then why do they have it in Arizona?
Well, Arizona wasn't.
Well, I mean, Florida doesn't have a shitload of cases, actually.
Yeah.
It's getting bad in Brazil, which is like on the equator.
But that's humid.
That's still warm weather.
This is why I am a YouTuber and not a doctor.
Okay.
And also drunk.
I think there's just a lot of...
No, Trump said it was going to go away.
Trump
said it was going to go away once it got warmer back in like January or February, whenever it first started hitting. And then it got up to 80 degrees and it was still getting worse and worse with infections.
Ben,
so
it's
I don't
hot
think
girl
that's true.
summer. Nobody's going to get COVID. It's hot girl summer. We're fine.
Okay, cool.
Let them protest. It's hot girl summer.
I'm relieved now. Thank you.
Didn't you see those Instagram girls taking their photos outside of the man working on the wall to rebuild? She got her little photo and it's hot girl summer. We protest now. We don't
She
get
was
sick.
average at best.
We don't get sick from COVID. We get sick from
Cokevid.
Is Coke legal yet anywhere?
There probably are a few countries where it's in Portugal they did like full decriminalization. So I think cocaine's like maybe I could be wrong though. I've never been to Portugal, but that's what I had heard.
We got to find the place with the least COVID and the least civil unrest
And make a
go do
Coke vid?
cocaine there. Just go do tons of cocaine.
You could probably get away with it right now. The police are all out in the streets dealing with rioters.
True.
So here's an NBC article. White nationalist group posing as Antifa called for violence on Twitter.
Other misinformation and misleading claims spread across Twitter on Sunday night and into Monday related to the protests. Some of the stuff I've been seeing going around, like these pamphlets that say, we're going to go meet up at the local outlet malls and we're all going to get money and rob and say it's in the name of Black Lives Matter. Like it looks so fake. Like it's just to stir up people who are like, how dare they?
Yeah, it's like when people were using Facebook to stir up racial divisiveness before an election. You know, the same groups of people were making like Black Lives Matter groups to meet up, and then also doing like alt-right white nationalist groups to meet up with each other. Go ahead.
A Twitter account claiming to belong to a national Antifa organization and pushing violent rhetoric related to ongoing protests has been linked to the white nationalist group identity Evropa, according to a Twitter spokesperson. The spokesperson said the account violated the company's platform manipulation and spam policy, specifically the creation of fake accounts. Twitter suspended the account after a tweet that incited violence. As protests were taking place in multiple states across the U.S. Sunday night, the newly created account Antifa US tweeted, "Tonight's the night, comrades," with a brown raised fist emoji. And tonight we say, "Fuck the city." We move into the residential areas, the white hoods, and we take what's ours.
Yeah, so these are trolls. I think these are just trolls. I don't know if it's necessarily a white nationalist group, but maybe they have more info that indicates that it actually is an organization. But this is something that a troll would do, make a fake account and try to trick people into believing this dumb shit is real.
We don't know the difference between a dog whistle and a white supremacist or a troll. We don't know. We have to assume everybody is who they say they are. All the time. Like if I say I'm a sweet boy, you have to believe it.
Both sides love to just fake like incidents from the other side because they just hate each other so much. Like, yeah, you can't just like assume anything anymore.
Other misinformation and misleading claims spread across Twitter on Sunday night and into Monday related to the protests. There's been misinformation everywhere through this. That's why I thought the fucking the Chauvin, the killer cop's wife, was the sister, the sister of the Asian cop that was in the background with him. It's like none of it makes sense. I don't know what's real anymore. All I know is that people are not going to rest anytime soon. I think that we started something that's going to have to play out, and hopefully it plays out with the most people getting the best outcome out of this. I don't know how that's going to land.
Yeah, so would you say that 2020, even though we're not even halfway through it yet, would you pick this as the worst year of the 21st century so far?
I thought 2016 was really bad, but looking back on 2016, that was probably the last good year I remember having.
We were ramping up.
So we're looking at 2020 right now, and we're like, look at all this terrible stuff that's happening. If it gets worse, and we look back like, man, remember when we could just stay home and smoke weed?
9/11 happened in the 21st century at the very beginning of it.
Yeah.
You know?
That was 9/11. That one felt different, but this one's so prolonged. 9/11 was like a one and done moment, and then everything after it was like war, bigotry, nationalism. It was a whole new feeling that happened after 9/11 hit. There was like a reset button on how people thought for a while, and then it slowly devolved. Then we had the 2008 financial crisis,
yeah,
the big crash, and then we kind of got Obama, and we felt like everything was going to be okay. And then we got rid of Obama, we got Trump, like everything's going to be terrible. And then for a while we're like, well, maybe it's just we're mad at the establishment because it's them, not us, type of thing. We Trump, a lot of the points people bring up against Trump, they'd be like, well, Obama did the same stuff and nobody called him out on it. And
some of that's true.
Some of it
not
is.
all of it.
Yeah. Like the detention center stuff. Like
and the drone strikes. And, you know.
So we're like, where should our anger lie? And then now it's like, okay, well, the world kind of is falling apart a little bit. Like, oops, the disease, the civil unrest, all that. That didn't happen with Obama. Maybe
I was going to say the single greatest upwards transfer of wealth in the entire history of humanity that just happened, like in the name of a relief bill for a pandemic. Like, there's plenty of reason to be really pissed off right now.
Yeah. Yeah.
So you would say maybe yes, this probably is the worst year of the century so far,
slower.
the last 20 years.
It's a lot slower. Like when 2001 happened and 9/11 happened, it was like overnight things
We
changed.
moved into the new century and millennium with optimism, and then the very second year, well, technically the first year of it, it just went to shit.
2001 was like losing your virginity, right? Everything happened immediately. It's like you went from being a little boy to being a man overnight. It's just one big
Some
quick,
people were already men.
one quick insertion, you know?
So
it was one.
So was the plane going into the towers the penetration?
Yeah,
or?
yeah. Double penetration, DP, baby. And then now, this is more like 2020 has been. I don't know how to say this without coming off crass.
You were already crass with what you just said before.
Oh, it's gonna get worse. This
You
is
just
like
said 9/11, like losing your virginity.
Yeah,
I know. There's
sky's the limit at this
PT Ham said, "What an odd analogy."
2020, because I guess it's 2020. 2020 has been like anal training, where you start with a small peg and you work your way up to the full-on dilder cactus. You know, it's
dilder cactus.
But it happens. It's training, so it goes from slower to larger to bigger, and now we're sitting with a big old gaping one. But we've been like slowly penetrated to the point where it's like we don't know when it got bad. Like we started off with that little fig, a little nub, a little chocolate nub up in our bum, and now it's like goatsy. We're all goatsy. It's bad. There's an echo chamber down there.
Dilder cactus.
A dilder cactus, yeah. That's what 2020's like.
Oh, here's a video from Seattle where these cops are arresting these guys, and this idiot cop does the exact same shit to this guy that the cop who killed the guy did.
Yeah,
and then the other cop moves his leg off the guy's
yeah,
neck.
like, what the fuck, dude?
Yeah, he's trying to get us in trouble, trying to get us arrested for murder.
This guy's got to lose his job, right?
He should. Where is it? Oh, right here. Right here. Right there. His knee is on his neck, and they have him prone on his belly, face down. And they're about to handcuff him, and that's what George Floyd was, and he suffocated because of his positioning and the pressure on the back of his neck, because his diaphragm couldn't move enough.
This is as they're about to anally probe him.
Yeah.
Yeah.
The training.
Yeah, you see the people.
Get your fucking knee off his neck.
It's like he's learned nothing about what this protest is even fucking about. Like, he's doing the same shit.
Yeah, the one cop moves the other cop's leg.
I saw one video
right
where
here.
I saw one. Yeah. Yeah.
I feel like that other cop was just like, no, we're not gonna do this again. Look where that got us. Let's maybe try a different method.
Yeah, I'm glad at least one of them was paying attention to like what the protests were about.
Well, I mean, even if they don't even care about that, look at what happened to the cop who did this. I mean, he's on trial for murder. I think it's third-degree murder. I think they should push for first. And I think if he doesn't get convicted, you think this is bad? It's going to get really bad.
Honestly, the other cops that let it happen around him too need to be prosecuted.
They could get prosecuted. Obviously, probably not as bad as he's going to get it. But
right.
Well, you know, the prosecutor
there needs to be some penalty.
The prosecutor in Minneapolis is Keith Ellison, and he was like the first Muslim ever elected to Congress. And at the time, everyone was like, "How do we know he's not a sleeper agent?" It's so ridiculous. Anyway.
We want Obama's real birth certificate.
Right. Oh, and he's not a prosecutor. He's the attorney general of Minnesota.
There was one video I saw of a cop He was doing a similar kneel on a somebody, and a black female cop came and pulled him off and like literally like pushed him, like picked him up and pushed him, like get the fuck off of them, get the fuck off of them. Like what the fuck are you doing?
There's like this weird bloodlust that I don't know. I think it is the personality type that being a police officer attracts. I think that is part.
Well, I
of
think
it.
there's a lot of
In
cops.
training.
There's a lot of cops that they if they're ever in a situation where they have to use lethal force, they want to know that they'll be protected, and so they protect each other. It's just kind of like the brotherhood of which, but there's guys who take advantage of lethal force, and this guy there's no reason that George Floyd should have died because some guy with his fucking hands in his pocket kneeled on his neck for 9 minutes.
Why were his hands in his pockets anyway? Was he playing pocket?
Why
pool?
was his knee on his neck?
Yeah. Sometimes when you're restraining somebody who is unruly, a knee can give you that leverage where you can get them down and then cuff them, get them subdued. So if you have to use a knee, sometimes you have to use a knee, but he didn't have to use a knee there. He didn't fucking have to.
If you use the knee, you could easily like press your knee into somebody's shoulder caps. It's not going to cut off circulation, blood flow.
And you shouldn't do it for that fucking long either. If the guy's down there on the ground, not moving, if the guy's not moving and you have 4 people with guns drawn pointed on him, you shouldn't be on him at all. Get your fucking leg off him. Get 4 feet away. COVID rules, motherfucker. 6 feet. Social distance. He's down on the ground.
Why does it take... Sorry, go ahead.
He's down on the ground. He's subdued. If he starts to get up and run, I guess you go for a second try. But he ain't going anywhere.
By the way,
why does it take fucking 4 of you to to be there for somebody who allegedly has a fake check? It's kind of bullshit. It's excessive force for something that's not a violent crime.
I mean, I would also mention, why is it that the first instinct for a cop is to use lethal force anyway? In the UK, the police don't even, carry guns in them when they're going into a crime area. If they need a gun, they call an officer specifically designated that has a gun on them, but most of them don't carry weapons. Here it's okay, well, the first, sign of any trouble whatsoever, hand on my gun.
Well, it's because
that's terrible.
Everybody here has guns, right?
That is a big difference, and it kind of has become their justification for being so reactive. That's why a guy reaching for his driver's license in his glove compartment gets gunned down, because they just assume he's reaching for a weapon.
Which is fucked.
It is. I've seen it happen so many times. I saw one guy get pulled over. And he was a black guy. He reached into his car to get either his driver's license or his insurance. They shot him, and the guy's laying there like, I can't feel my legs,
I've had the guns pulled on me.
Wasn't that the guy?
Yeah.
Sorry.
No, go ahead.
I was going to say, wasn't that the guy who they literally told him to do that, and then they shot him after that he did?
Yeah.
He was complying with them, and they shot him.
Yeah. It's disgusting. I've had guns drawn on me multiple times by police. I had an old shitty Cadillac, and my driver's side window wouldn't roll down. And when I got out of my car, I'm so big. This cop was really small. As I was getting up, I could see him look at me as I was getting out of my car, and I could see the fear. He reached for his gun, the fear in his eyes. It's not cool. It's scary as shit when a cop is scared of you.
Right.
It does not feel good.
Robot cops don't get scared. I didn't want to read this whole article. I just want to point it out that I saw this and I thought it was interesting.
Boxer Floyd Mayweather to pay for George Floyd's funeral?
He's rich as fuck. He can pay for it. He's probably the richest athlete in the world. Probably.
He gets paid huge money. He represents himself, right?
He's his own promoter.
His own promoter, his own team. He's not splitting money with
Big Show that one time.
Yeah, he beat Big. Who could say they beat Big Show? Only 400 or 500 guys.
I've seen Big Show job.
Everybody.
He's in a small class of 400 or 500 guys.
So Trump, what's our president doing? He's walking down the street and posing in front of a church for a photo op.
Tonight, President Trump is taking credit for what he calls the domination of D.C. streets by police and military forces. Earlier, he made another visit to a prominent place of worship and for a second straight day drew a sharp rebuke from religious leaders. CBS's Paula Reed is at the White House tonight. Paula?
Nora, those religious leaders accuse the president of using houses of worship for photo opportunities while not addressing the larger social justice concerns that have set off protests across the country. President Trump was met with more protests on his only outing of the day to a Washington shrine honoring Pope John Paul II.
Pope John Paul II, by the way, is a saint now. So now he's Saint John Paul II.
Archbishop Wilton Gregory issued a rare public rebuke of the visit. Citing last night's use of force to clear protesters, he called it baffling and reprehensible that any Catholic facility would allow itself to be so egregiously misused. President Trump praised last night's overwhelming force and domination.
Way to be forceful and dominant against all of those protesters.
What is the church supposed to do about it? Like, are they supposed to stop protesters or Trump from being there? I don't get what they mean.
I mean, they can control what's going on their property. But yeah, it would be awkward to be like, yeah, get out of here, Mr. President.
And domination, releasing a campaign-style video of his widely criticized walk.
Trump loves people kissing his ass in general, but when he became president, you get your ass kissed way more than you've ever gotten your ass kissed in your life. People, not everybody, but there's enough people that will respect you or they'll at least fake respecting you because they respect the office or whatever.
But I bet you he was getting a lot of fake respect before too.
Oh, he was
a celebrity, right?
And it's the same for him.
Yeah.
But the president, you get more. You get more, way more. It's insane. And he'll be in the. I mean, it's a very short list of people that have been president. He's going to be in the history books forever.
He was kind of American royalty, like before this. Like
there's other families that are more royalty than the
militarization. Yeah, yeah, P.T. Hammer.
Trump is like the perfect example of fake it till you make it, except he never stopped faking it, like even when he finally became president.
And he's never made it.
Well,
he's always.
Who do you think?
He's faking it till you keep faking it till you keep faking it forever.
Who do you think has a weirder relationship with their daughter, Trump or Hulk Hogan?
Or Vince McMahon?
It's similar. All three of them should hang out.
They do hang out. I guarantee you all three of them have been in a room together with their daughters and a box of cigars.
WrestleMania. It's always back to wrestling. Guys, I'm sorry. We just can never stop talking about wrestling.
It's because wrestling is ingrained in our world. People who choose not to notice that are... Wrestling is as American as religion.
Well, what are you talking about? We're talking about a WWE Hall of Famer,
right? You know what? Because people do that. We don't have to actually talk about the act of wrestling or the show wrestling. For them to claim we're talking about wrestling, all we have to do is talk about someone who's involved in wrestling, and they'll be like, "You're talking about wrestling. I hate wrestling."
This is how sick our audience is.
But here, every time we talk about Trump, we're talking about wrestling because Trump's in the WWE Hall of Fame. He's been in WrestleMania. He's been at probably about 25% of the WrestleManias.
This is how sick and disgusting our audience is, Ben. We're literally here talking about incest. They're like, oh, God, they're talking about wrestling. You guys are sick.
They're like, talk about incest some more. Yeah, so here's Trump posing with a Bible in front of a boarded up church. He's like an Instagram model.
Oh, God. Oh, no.
Melania, please come take my picture in front of this boarded up church. It's going to be great.
The problem is the Instagram model posing, like, she probably has nothing really she could contribute to any of this. She's probably at her best by faking helping people. There's probably not much more she can do. This is the president of the United States. His country is burning. People who aren't coughing are throwing bricks. I don't know whether I have to wear a mask to go in a grocery store or throw a brick at it. I don't know anymore. And Trump's over here like, I got to take a picture with this Bible. I got to take a picture with this Bible.
in front of St. John's Church while holding a Bible.
Yes, look at this. It has pages, it has words, it has paragraphs, it has punctuation. It's great. It's tremendous. It's the best book.
I don't want to
Believe me,
say
I know
anything.
books.
I don't want to say anything, but this book is given away for free. Mine sells, and I have multiple of them. So I might be a little better than this Jesus fellow.
CBS News has learned the president wanted to make the visit as a show of strength after reports that he was hiding in a bunker during Friday's protests. Attorney General Bill
Cop had hit someone they had already walked past. Did you see that?
Barr, who was seen inspecting the police line, helped devise the plan. Today, the Reverend George Gilbert stood in the same spot and blasted the removal of demonstrators using stun guns, pepper balls, and smoke canisters.
We stand today outraged with President Trump's use of the military against peace.
Dude, I thought Uncle Phil was dead. Is he back?
James Avery?
Yeah.
Voice of Shredder?
Yeah.
Are you telling me
Is that
James
him?
Avery? Are you telling me James Avery and Kevin Nash played the same character? Shredder, played by both guys, James Avery in the original Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtle cartoons, and Kevin Nash from 1992. Oroku Saki.
Yeah, that's Shredder's real name.
No, that's incorrect. Kevin Nash played Super Shredder.
Super Shredder.
It's still Shredder.
It's still Shredder. Bigger.
A mutagen.
It's Shredder with mutation.
Kevin Nash is one of Billy's favorite wrestlers ever.
He's also been in a few.
One of my favorite wrestlers ever.
But here's the thing: Billy normally only likes the really fat wrestlers.
And
the
we
most.
established this the other night. Kevin Nash wrestles fatter than the fat wrestlers do.
Yeah, that's true.
I have a friend who he's like, I identify with being fat before I identify with being black. And he's like, Otis is one of my favorite wrestlers just because he's my boy. We came up on that same struggle.
It's true.
Right. Like, even One Man Gang wrestled less fat than Kevin Nash. Just saying.
Kevin Nash didn't do a lot, but what he did very well.
Thank you. He did more with 5 moves than most wrestlers do with 1,000. I'll be right back. I gotta pee.
All right.
He was also great on the mic.
Yeah, John Cena had those 5 moves, and it was a disgrace.
John Cena's another guy. I never was a huge fan of his wrestling, but he had charisma. He was good on the mic.
I don't think so. I don't agree. I think he was boring. I think his raps were cringe. I think his acting was goofy. He'd make I don't know. That's just my take on it. I'm 39. I grew up in the original Hogan Hulkamania era, and then when I was in high school, it was Attitude Era. Those were the times that I remember, and John Cena was just the antithesis of all of that.
I don't know. I liked him not necessarily as a wrestler, but again, as a personality. I always said from around 2008, I was I wish the guy would stop wrestling and just start acting. And now I see him in movies, and I usually like him in movies. So I just was never a fan of his matches, though. But I liked him as a person.
I think because Cena just needs one more world title technically to beat Ric Flair's record, even though Ric Flair technically has way more titles than that. But let's take it for what it is, because WWE would say Cena broke the record. Give Cena the record, and then make Cena do the most sinister heel turn ever, and then take someone that's not even on the radar right now that's good, and have Cena put them over in some kind of epic way. Heel Cena putting over the next new babyface. I want that to happen really bad. And I'll tell you what, he played a villain in the new Fast and the Furious movie, so if he can do that, he can be a villain as a wrestler. There's no more excuses.
Yeah, he's not necessarily the face of the company anymore, so
right.
He should get one more heel run if he can.
Yeah. I think that would be great.
But I think it was entertaining when he first started doing the rapping gimmick. Yeah, the rapping was cringe, but when he's a heel, him being cringy is perfect, because then you're I have even more reason to hate this guy. This guy sucks.
Yeah. So let's get back to Uncle Phil here.
Protesters.
Yes, let's
Former
get off
Democratic
wrestling
presidential
before your
contender
fan base
Cory Booker.
Oh, look at Cory Booker here. Cory Booker tries to be a tough guy here.
Said he was sorry he wasn't there.
If Donald Trump wants to gas someone next time, start right here. If he wants to shoot somebody with our federal officials with rubber bullets, start right here.
I want to put it in the octagon. Let's see those two go at it. Trump versus Booker. 5-time. He'll do the spinneroonie.
The president has flooded Washington, D.C. with over 2,500 National Guard to bolster security around the White House and the administration.
He's old enough to be president, so he's probably in his 40s. I guess
he thinks he's tough because he's like a 40-year-old man that's like challenging like what, a 72-year-old man into a fucking fight.
He's trying to look. I mean, he's probably offended. He probably does not like Trump at all.
No, I get that. I don't know. The invitation for violence just seems like really weird and out of left field.
Is considering deploying additional resources to states like Oregon.
Stabby said Booker C. That's hilarious. Yeah, because he's Cory Booker. He's Booker C. Can you dig it?
Where they feel the protests have not been adequately controlled. According to the New York Times, the Justice Department considered taking over the D.C. Police Department, but did not follow through. Several hundred active duty military personnel called up by the president are staging outside the city.
Today, former President George W. Bush issued his first comments on the death of George Floyd. He said that he was anguished by that video, but he also said that he believes it is a strength when protesters protected by responsible law enforcement can march to a better future.
God, why are you making me wish George W. Bush was still president? Like, literally.
For real.
No one, when I was in my early 20s, no one was more evil than George Bush. He was like, they were like, oh man, he's so dumb. He's so like, he's such a hillbilly. I can't believe we have such an idiot as president. He's so embarrassing. Holy shit. Now when I hear George Bush is the reasonable sounding one compared to Trump, I can't believe it. Because like when George Bush was president, I wanted to move to another country. I like did research on how to move to Canada and shit because I didn't want to live in the U.S. with George Bush as president anymore.
Mm-hmm. But now those look like the good old days in comparison.
I can't believe it.
Nora. Paula Reed at the White House. Thank you.
Someone in the chat said history shouldn't reform Bush just because Trump is an idiot. I'm not reforming him. I'm saying he sounds more reasonable than Trump. It doesn't reform him, but he's still more. George Bush is more reasonable than Trump. I don't know what else to say.
Guys, don't you remember George Bush is friends with Michelle Obama? He's fine now. He's reformed.
That shoe dodge, though.
He did, man. He dodged that shoe like a ninja. Have you guys ever seen that?
Who dodged that shoe dodge?
Have you guys seen that?
Oh, it's fantastic. I love
V,
it.
have you seen the shoe dodge?
Oh, absolutely.
Okay.
I love that.
That's like the best part of his presidency, bar none.
The best part of George Bush's presidency was the fact that he was able to
Sadly, that's probably true.
I like all the edits, like where people, it looks like they make it look like they're throwing Pokeballs at him and shit.
George Bush was he wasn't as articulate as other presidents, but I think he was smarter than people gave him credit. He was like a successful businessman, and he knew how to. I mean, like he was like a decent pilot, I guess. Like he knew how to fly planes and stuff. That takes some level of intelligence.
I think maybe part of his public persona was slightly inaccurate.
Well, he was
like,
folksy.
I think he's both.
He was from Texas. He was a spoiled guy. His dad was president. He was rich. Whatever.
Yeah.
And I'm not saying he was a good president, but now he makes a statement like this that sounds so much more level-headed and reasonable than what Trump does. That's all I'm saying.
Can we have Biden farting put into one of our intros? Just one of them.
I don't
so
make
we can see it all the time.
You'd have to ask the man that makes the intros.
Man, I just want something with Biden farting in it that we can have.
Dude, I love that Biden fart. I'm gonna pull it up again right now.
Thank you. I want to watch.
You
that.
were missing it, huh?
Yeah.
You missed the Biden chart.
I want to see that stinky old man rip one.
It almost
on live
made me
TV.
want to vote for Biden.
Well, I had someone call me. Like, I have someone who's an alt-right dog whistler, and they always message me whenever I say something too left, so that I'm not too far left. And they're like, "You were really supporting Biden the other night," and I'm like, "Because of his fart. It was the fart. It was the fart, guys."
Here it is.
I'm kidding.
Here we go.
I've never heard this alleged Joe Biden fart.
Here we go.
You're
Listen,
gonna hear it.
everyone, listen and watch the reaction of the dwarf next to Biden here. Here we
this
go.
Is my governor.
Here we go. Yeah, I don't know why he's sitting down low, but this is great. Here we go. Everyone, listen. Everyone, listen. Don't miss it.
And look at the facial features.
Here we go.
Programs. Or stop work on roads and bridges. So, what does the human cost?
And the guys, one more time.
Programs. Or stop work on roads and bridges. So, what does the human cost?
He's just like.
Biden's
it really
like,
does sound like he needed to change his pants after that.
Biden's like, I talked about having the kids rub my legs down at the pool. I can get away with a fart. If they won't call me out for that, I could fart.
I like to have kids on my lap.
I kiss 12-year-old girls live on stage, really creepy like. I can
stroke
fart.
their hair.
Yeah, I can stroke their fucking hair. I can fart. He doesn't care. He doesn't care.
All right, let's.
Oh, I feel so bad.
Are they all going to fart at once?
Let's watch this.
Oh, I feel so bad about my mistake. We know that you're telling
Like,
the
I
truth,
am
and that's
with
why
Joe
people are
Biden
calling
fart.
for your resignation.
You
We don't
believe.
believe you. We don't trust the LAPD. We don't want the LAPD in our city. And that's why each and every one of you commissioners have also failed. You should all resign. Go fuck yourselves. See you all in hell.
Nice. Is this Brady Bunch at home?
No, this is it's the LA County Police Commission. They're like commissioners, county commissioners.
I like how soulless they are. Not one of them responded. They're like, yeah, we could go fuck ourselves. Instead, we're going to fuck you, dumbass.
Wait, what happens in 31 seconds? I'm curious now.
Bomb goes
One of
off
them
and
is
LA
killed.
explodes. Oh, one of them is killed? That's
No,
not too
actually,
bad.
this is the new Hollywood Squares.
This is North Hollywood Squares. They all sit up in their fucking hills, houses, live on their webcams, and if they don't give at least one person hope, one of them dies.
Hope and change.
Hope and change.
We need the Skid Row Squares. Here we go. This is a great antagonism that I've set up for us all. Here it is.
Oh, yeah.
Are they gonna touch me, DP?
I should turn off the goddamn internet.
Oh, don't touch me. Don't touch me. DP, are they gonna touch me?
DP, are they going to touch me?
DP, are they gonna touch me?
Are they gonna touch me, DP?
DP, they're
I
going
think
to
we have
touch
some
me.
super chats too that someone is asking
Oh,
about.
we do, yeah.
Yeah, let's do it.
We'll read them.
Do it. And I'm going to put up this message from Popeyes. Put up this tweet earlier today and then deleted it later.
Yeah, it was great.
Popeyes is nothing without black lives.
I think Gail would be inclined to agree.
Is that legit? Wait, hold on. Is that legit though?
I think so.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I think they took this down and put up another version of this tweet, but it's really not much better.
Really? The second one wasn't any better?
I would like to see the second one.
Oof.
Is there another one?
Yeah, I want to see their follow-up.
I saw it in the
Is it still
gallery
up?
in the Discord.
This is deleted. It's deleted now.
Bob,
you know how sometimes like the app will show a tweet after it's been deleted for some reason? You can tell that that's the case here. Tweets aren't loading right now. Try again. Anyway, sorry. Go ahead.
Bob Neiman said, "Fat beard Andy Worski, kind of funny. Ben, get off you ass and do the RV trip, you aging fatneck." Bob Neiman, you're dick.
I don't know who Bob Neiman is.
Bob Neiman also is talking more shit and said that all the weight I lost around my neck is on you now. He's talking about my fat neck. Bob, he wants us to do the RV. Bob, it's not going to happen.
No.
Not with that attitude.
Absolutely not.
Damian Harkat.
Now, I will say, if I gained all the weight Billy lost, then I'd weigh like 400 pounds.
I think he was just saying you gained my neck weight.
I don't think
all
I
my
did.
neck weight went to your body.
I don't
just
think that's
the neck.
true. But I did get some neck weight.
Well,
That
I think
is
my neck weight is on your body. The whole body got just my
whole
neck.
body?
Your whole body got just my
I
neck.
gained your neck
It was
weight.
a thick neck. I think that's what he was saying.
I think that's true.
Damian Harkat said, "So are we all gonna die from CVID now?" I don't know. This is these riots and looting and group protesting and getting together. It's a little scary what could happen with COVID after months of it dropping down. We'll see. We shall see. Irish Devil says, "So what happens when people go full roof Korean and defend their property with lethal force?" There was that cop or chief, I think chief in Florida, I think it was, and he was telling people, he's like, "You better not come to my county because we all carry guns. I tell my people to carry guns. And if you come to their homes looking to take their property, I would instruct them to shoot you. To shoot you." So we don't know. We'll see what happens. Are they going to homes yet? I haven't seen that. I don't think that's actually a thing, but we'll see. The Robot Chicken MLP said, "Even if UV rays kill COVID, it still spreads indoors. I'm not aware of many businesses that take place in sunlight."
Is there a reason why you posted that screenshot?
No, I clicked it by accident.
I was like, what is that?
I found the other Popeyes tweet, but I can't find how to do the chat in here.
Oh, there's like a...
Oh, there we go.
Yeah. All right, let's see.
I'm an idiot when it comes to Skype because I almost never use it.
Yeah, I'll only
That's
use
fine.
it.
I'm an idiot just in general.
I only use it for this.
Anonymous said, "ACAB, also, what beer are you drinking, Ben?"
It is. I got a variety pack of Alaskan Brewing Company, so this is like a white ale, and then I also had an amber, Alaskan amber. They have really cool cans. The art on their cans is really cool.
Lord of Nurgle says, "Anal training analogies by Billy is part of the reason why he is the cringerweight champion." Lord, we all know why. It's because you people troll the shit out of me, and I guess if that makes you entertained for a little bit, it's all worth it.
So this is, you see their, this is their follow-up here.
We are nothing without black lives. There's no room for injustice. We commit to strengthening every facet of our culture and policies to foster an environment where equality for black people is a priority. We'll use our platform to support this movement.
See this response.
Y'all said it again. What is y'all doing? Like, someone please spot the difference for me.
This person's defending it.
I don't see the issue. They're stating facts. If you guys believe a fast food fried chicken spot would be popping without black people, y'all are bugging. I bet 70 to 80% of their customers are black. It's just a real blatant statement for such times. And then 6 foot with no hose says, "This you? Popeyes is nothing without black lives." Vanessa K says, "Okay, but Popeyes is nothing without black lives, though. To be honest, I'm confused by the comments because where's the lie?" Damn.
So it seems almost like it's 50-50. Like some people are offended and other people are like, it's true.
Truth Serum says,
"Yeah, it is true."
Truth Serum says, "Reduce the amount of sodium in your foods."
Oh, yeah, because that'll help black lives. Yeah.
Cripford says, "Y'all are funding the man." I lost that.
No, nobody goes to Popeyes Chicken because they're expecting to get like a healthy dinner. They go there because it fucking tastes delicious, and if the sodium is necessary to taste delicious, then keep the sodium.
PT Ham gave us some big love. Militarization, he says. Bob Neiman says they didn't use us. They didn't use for they were out there curfew. Goddamn, vet your shit. We get it. Trump bad. Trump bad. Bag damn shame shit. Damn shame shit. Bob Neiman, I gotta say one more thing. We're all bad. It's not just Trump. All of us. We're terrible people. Thank you for your dono. PT Ham gave us some more love. That says that shoe dodge though. And Fidel Castro said, please play Biden farting again. And that is all of our little tooties. Let me see if there's some super chats or not.
I'm gonna tell Grady George, don't make fun of my hairline. I feel bad as it is. I'm gonna go bald like probably early in my life.
You won't go bad.
It runs in my family. I know it's coming. Like
You
I
think
can feel
so?
it. Yeah, it does.
Well,
Yeah,
don't
it's
worry
gonna
about it.
happen.
Bald men are sexy. You're not sexy, but bald men are. So maybe you'll become sexy when you're bald. It might be. You might unlock a
That
sex
makes me feel
machine.
much better.
Yeah.
All right, here's
even if you I think we're just where we're at now. Everything's.
Check this out. Vaughn Hilton made a video about us.
Oh, really? Aw.
It's cute.
What a
It's not
sweet.
that long either, which makes it a good Vaughn
That
Hilton
sounds
video.
good to me.
Here we go.
About
Here we
us
go.
and not long?
Yep.
I'm in for it.
I always speed him up though, 'cause he's such a slow talker. And he does all this dumb shit. I'll be right back after these messages.
Wonder what he's eating today.
Watch in full screen. Everyone. Full screen. And then this.
We'll be right back after these messages.
Let's take a look.
God.
Let's examine this.
How can you be right back?
Yeah,
Like,
like
he hasn't started.
everything I show before the show starts has a purpose. I'm not just showing stuff for fun. Like, I'm not just I don't.
Let's do an entire episode that's just bumpers and shills and everything, and then right when the show's about to start, we'll be right back, and then we'll go to more advertisements. Then when we come back, we're like, all right, guys, thank you for the night, and then just 7-hour stream of just shilling.
I want to
to
set up one of those Hot Wheels tracks that the Hot Wheel does the loop de loop thing.
Yeah.
In it. I want to do that.
You're crazy.
It's got the
Do
little
that
like
and
motor
then
so it
You're
keeps
crazy.
going on the track too.
Yes.
Crazy.
Like
Oh, we needed more intro.
Well, folks, the beauty of having more than one mobile device is that I can actually show you what's on the mobile device.
Literally, I used the story function of YouTube for the first time ever, and I took pictures of my dog, my little handheld dog. You could see it right there. And I guess we came up in Vaughn Hilton's recommended, and he's so offended by this right now.
Damn.
And he says it's like hate speech, but it's a little doggy. That's what it is.
A dog whistle?
No.
At least one of them. Look here what I found. Drunken Peasants, a hate channel, a channel that literally derives its pleasure from harassing and mocking and ridiculing other people, is featured by fucking YouTube.
We do not harass, we do mock, and we do ridicule.
We don't hate, though.
I don't hate, no.
Yeah.
I don't hate Vaughn Hilton. I think he's ridiculous. He is a public figure that puts his opinions publicly out on the internet. And actually, we're easier on you than most people, Vaughn. Like, literally, people come to me with all this personal, horrible shit about you, and all I do is watch your videos and laugh at how dumb they are. That's all I do.
Who person? Because I only tune into the podcast like every other episode.
Okay,
people have sent me pictures of the inside of Vaughn Hilton's house, how it's just like piles of trash, and you have children living in your trailer that probably should be condemned, and I never talk about that.
So this is who this person is?
Karate Kyle.
You ever see the Karate Kyle meme?
No, I've never seen this. What is this?
This is they messed up my hair. I scrambled their intestines. Right? This is karate. This is Karate Kyle, actual Karate Kyle grown up. This is pictures probably 50 years old.
Yes. Yeah, the guy doing this was that kid from that meme.
He was Karate Kyle.
Yeah.
And so he's no stranger to...
Now he has no teeth, and he's just like... He lives in a trailer. He eats, like, microwave dinners.
Aren't those recommendations based off of the videos you watch? I don't think it's YouTube's fault.
Victoria Cooper, you're not off.
Yeah, look. Fox News. He must watch our shit all the time. Hi, Vaughn.
Hi, Bubba. We miss you.
Vaughn, we're not a hate channel. We don't hate you. We just talk about your ridiculous
And to be
videos.
honest, Vaughn, you're going to love hearing this. You're so fucking boring. We try not to watch you at all
hardly
anymore.
ever. We're only talking about you right now because you're talking about us.
Yeah.
Literally featured by YouTube. Drunken Peasants, the number 2.
Play the video that's
featured by YouTube.
Play the video that's being featured really quick. It's like the most wholesome video ever. It's a little dog looking at a screen. That's all it is.
On the left there, starting at the left. Yeah.
What a cute dog.
Actually featured by YouTube. I'm sure Brett Keane and G-Man and all these people.
Okay, G-Man has been on the show so many times, literally almost no one would give a shit about G-Man if he hadn't been on this channel so many times.
And I'll say this about G-Man. He's basically a friend of ours. In a weird way.
He flip-flops.
Yeah, but in a weird way, he's our buddy. In a very weird way. That's our buddy. I'm closer with G-Man than I am with all the other people that people hate me for.
Yeah, why are these trolls their channels never get taken down?
We're not a troll.
YouTube's featuring them. YouTube is literally...
Safety concerns being hydroxychloroquine testing to a temporary halt.
See, YouTube's looking out for Vaughn. They're like, we know you're about to order some hydroxychloroquines. So we're just going to tell you right now, it needs to be tested first. Don't do it. YouTube's saving Vaughn's life.
Featuring troll channels, hater channels, channels that literally violate their terms of service.
No.
I guarantee you he thinks that Drunken Peasants is like on the front page of YouTube where like every single person that visits YouTube just sees this. Like, no, it's based on your personal recommendations because you keep following it. That's why it's there.
And false flagging is against YouTube's terms of service, and you've definitely done that.
Yes, you can see
that he's butthurt. He's butthurt because he probably took part of a flagging campaign against us with his steak chewing buddy, and he's butthurt because YouTube isn't fooled that easily.
He doesn't chew steak. He gums it.
Right. Steak gumming.
Yeah.
My bad.
For yourself, Drunken Peasants, a channel that gets its jollies off of mocking and ridiculing other people.
No. You haven't watched the show recently, Vaughn. We get our jollies about talking about me the entire episode.
Yeah,
or wrestling. It could be wrestling the whole time.
It's wrestling or talking about me. Get it right, Vaughn Hilton.
On YouTube. And they're featured by fucking YouTube. Okay, a channel that literally violates their community guidelines in terms of service.
I like his recent searches: Elder Scrolls, rock music, live, ancient history, Spider-Man, Marvel Cinematics. Vaughn is a 70-year-old man-child. He has not grown out of that Karate Kyle suit. He's still back there in a karate suit, wrestling around with people 5 years younger than him. But now it's people 50 years younger than him.
Featured by their service.
Is anyone surprised that like Fox News is also the thing that's like recommended twice in the like
Fox News and Fox Business?
Yeah, Fox Business. Like Fox Business. Like Vaughn Hilton has enough money to give a shit about what they say on Fox Business.
And that's why you can never get them took down. And that's also why anything YouTube says is a fucking joke. Anybody that thinks what YouTube says takes YouTube seriously anymore after seeing this, you need your head examined. Because I've just shown you that YouTube don't give a shit about their terms of service or community guidelines.
This guy has a beard that looks like when you sweep up all the dust, all the stringy dust bunnies on the floor into a pile. If you glued that to your chin, that's what his beard looks like.
Not by the hair on my chinny chin chin. He looks kind of like he might be part Muppet.
Yeah, we've seen that.
Like
I wonder if
crystal, dark crystal. Yeah, he's like part dark crystal.
Someone found a Muppet that he looks just like.
Yeah.
He also thing too.
Uncle
Like,
Deadly.
everybody knows I'm the only sorcerer.
There was a side by side. Man, I don't
Uncle
know.
Deadly.
Uncle Deadly.
It's Uncle Deadly. Is the Muppet. Boom, 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 boom. Uncle Deadly and Vaughn Hilton.
Wait, so how did this quote unquote feud start? Did you guys review his?
No,
strange
he's
name or some shit?
he's a notorious internet lolcow.
Is he?
Yeah.
Oh shit.
The internet looks at Vaughn Hilton and they smile. But he can't let them smile because he needs to be right. Just
He
let him
doesn't smile back.
Yeah, let him smile, Vaughn. Sometimes
He's
you're the
just
butt of
mad
the
that,
joke.
he Go ahead, sorry.
Okay, you go ahead now. I'm done. I was just talking
I was
shit.
just gonna say, he's just mad that he makes really dumb videos and then people watch them and laugh at them. That's it. He's upset that people find him stupid.
I'm actually not stupid. I know that the Muslims are trying to take away my right to sorcery. It's like, what?
Yeah, he's a sorcerer.
Guys, I ordered everything I need to order off of Amazon to make a real life Elder Scroll.
Yep.
And when this is finally in place, we're gonna really start moving and shaking in this world. We're gonna take over the world with our Elder Scroll. Something like that is what he said.
All right, so here's Vaughn Hilton.
Hey.
Oh, this fucking guy. Wait a second. You showed me him before.
Yeah. So here's Vaughn Hilton, and here's the Muppet that looks just like him.
Holy shit! You guys got a major donation over here.
Is it major? What is the MX?
Wait, which one is the Muppet? I can't tell the difference between the two pictures.
Could you do a side by side?
Those are pesos. Those are pesos.
Not Alex Jones tools. Said Anna left bricks out randomly, not the police. Smone knocked him tools beanie off with a brick, please I beg you.
Please, I beg you. So, dim tool. Ow. Ow. I'm trying to figure out how much 500 pesos.
Oh my god!
is.
I just walked through a fart cloud.
Oh, it wasn't just a fart cloud either.
Fuck you!
It's COVID, dude.
Oh god damn it!
They're rioting. It's pretty bad. It's pretty bad.
There's fecal matter particles from Billy the Fridge floating through the air right now.
Yeah, no, it's pretty bad. It's pretty bad. I'm not gonna lie. I feel bad about this one. My bad.
He farts all the time too.
So 500 pesos is $23. That's not bad. It's not bad. Yeah, $23, not bad. What are you doing there, Ben? Hey, I'm claiming my territory here. Don't eradicate my life's work. Come on, it's gonna smell like oranges in here now.
He manages not to fart when his Instagram thoughts are around.
That's not true.
Oh, whatever.
I fart around all the women in my life.
He's an equal opportunity fartist.
He's not.
Thank you. I honestly probably wouldn't let a gross one like this out near anybody but Ben.
Fuck you.
What? I love you. That means we're comfortable together.
No.
Yeah, that means we got respect and love each other because I'm willing to take a big dump in front of you.
Oh, are we at that point in our relationship?
Yeah. It's good. It's good.
Oh.
You know how many women out there would kill to have me take a dump right next to them to show how much I love them?
I don't want to know.
There's at least one. Thank you, V. Thank you.
Anytime.
Here we go.
And your headphone.
The White Guy Riots.
You knew he'd have
Once
something to say
again,
about
American
it.
cities are burning because of idiotic left-wing militants, troublemakers. They're not angry over the death of George Floyd. They're enjoying another opportunity to act like the animals that they are. And there's a few on the right side who
he
are
went the
asking,
animal
how come
route.
we never riot? Why don't we give the violent, nasty Democrats a taste of their own medicine? Okay, let me spell this out for you once again. The reason white guys don't riot is because, well, we don't know how. Seriously,
Excuse me?
how many of you guys
There's
have
like
any
so much
experience
video of white people rioting. Like, it's everywhere.
We don't know
White
how
people
to.
just riot over like less important things. Like if Cena wins at an ECW event, that's when people riot.
I mean, there was a, yeah, I mean, I don't know. There was a riot in Vancouver when the Canucks lost in the Stanley Cup Finals to an American team.
Look. Do white people riot?
Those
no,
are white. That's a white riot.
White people don't riot. We don't know how. We do the exact same stuff. There
were soccer riots in the UK. Like there was a huge problem in the UK with soccer hooliganism, especially like in the 70s and 80s. And there would be crazy soccer riots all the time. Though that was a white person riot.
Ben, no, you're wrong. We don't know how to riot. White people in this country, they try to riot, and the media says they're surviving. Oh, they're just surviving hurricanes. Oh, they're just celebrating. They're just celebrating that the sports win. We don't know how to riot. We do the exact same stuff that the black people do, and they call it celebration, or they call it survival. It's so hard to be a white person.
Callously wrecking innocent people's homes and businesses. And I've had experience with conservatives. If 1,000 say they will come to a riot, about 20 would show up. And of that 20, 10 would say, hi guys, sorry, but I can only stay for a few minutes. Of the 10 that are left, we couldn't burn anything because...
Your audio is shit right now, Wild Bill. How long have you been doing this?
Did he just call conservatives untrustworthy? Like you can't believe anything they say? Isn't he a conservative? What
yes,
the fuck?
he is.
None of them would have a lighter. And as soon as someone threw a rock and broke something, 2 more of them would rush off to the hardware store to get stuff to fix it.
Are those bottles of hydroxychloroquine?
I hope so.
And then we'd spend the rest of our riot time.
Wouldn't that be funny if you got like candy dishes full of hydroxychloroquine?
Grandma
like
candies
yeah.
in one dish and hydroxychloroquine in the other.
Yep. He's got his water cooler.
Apologizing to anyone that we may have offended. And that is why white guys don't riot. Well, that and the wives won't let us. You know, it takes a special
Does
kind
he
of
have
person
a wife?
I don't think he does.
to riot. And I'm proud to say that we're just not that special. We believe in old-fashioned things like live and let live and do unto others as you would have others do unto you. You know, basic Christian principles. No rioting for white guys. Let's just stick to what we're good at. Minding our own business, working our jobs, and paying taxes so that fatherless black children will have clothes, food, and a place to live. And when they grow up, we pay for their college. It doesn't matter that we never get credit for it or that we are actually called racist by those we help the most. That's okay. It's what we're good at. We provide, not just for our families, but for America's poorest families as well. And that is a much better legacy than being known for rioting. This is Wild Bill for America saying, think about it. Thanks for watching, and America bless God again.
They're rioting in the streets, burning down. He's like, we can't riot. We're white people.
Do you hear his mic? Listen to this.
That's pretty bad.
That's awful. Oh, sorry. Here's
we can't
Fuentes.
riot. If one of us were to break a window, 2 of us would go to the hardware store and fix it. And we take care of all the fatherless black kids.
You know what? I would break the windows at Fogo de Chao. I'd go in there and make a big Brazilian market table for everyone to enjoy.
Oh my God.
Did anyone else?
Oh, hold on. Okay, go ahead. No, I'm
I was
sorry.
gonna say, like, did you notice the irony? He's talking about these like rioters like they're animals, and he has a fucking "Beware of Dog" sign on his wall with his name on it. Like, really?
He a
I don't know.
weirdo.
I feel like if that's the kind of behavior he's gonna have, like, he's probably just as the same way that he's talking about those people. So.
Ooh.
Yeah, I think we got 500 Mexican pesos, which I'm not complaining. Thank you for the donation, but
It's $23.
is it? Yeah, I mean that's not bad. That's a good one.
That was great.
Thank you. It's just deceiving because they like the dollar sign is similar, so it looks like 500 buccarinos. You know what I'm saying?
It's still very nice.
Yeah, thank you. I appreciate
We
it.
just kind of got over that like 5 minutes ago. Now we're back to the peso thing. Here we need you guys to send us more pesos.
Yeah, I'm trying to acquire a peso collection.
Yeah, if we can get 350 pesos from every person watching, then we'll retire in Mexico.
Pesos only.
There is no quicker way for somebody to look like a douchebag than by holding a mug like this, sipping from it, and like trying to casually explain something to somebody.
Yeah.
Like even if they're saying something positive, I immediately think, man, fuck this guy.
Yeah, he actually drank. He drank an entire cup of coffee and filmed an entire different video. But after he went into editing, he realized the mug was turned around. So he's like, "Well, should I gotta go refilm it and flip the mug back, Trump 2020 side forward?"
I know you don't drink a lot of coffee, so you probably don't know this, but if you drink a lot of coffee, at least for a lot of people, when you pee the first time after, your pee smells like coffee, like straight up hot coffee, like fresh hot coffee. Yeah, that's so weird. It freaked me out the first time it ever happened to me. Dude, I'll tell you what. The first time I ever ate asparagus, I thought I had like finally killed my liver. I was like, oh shit, dude, what's wrong with me? Because I had forgot. And my urine's like all dark and smells really bad. I'm like, dude, my liver's finally
Asparagus
dead. Dude, I'm
pee
gonna die.
is reckless.
It is.
It's not a quality pee.
No.
I think for like what, about 25 to 28% of the population, drinking coffee gives you the shits too.
A lot of people
Kinda
drink
weird.
their coffee, then take a poop in the morning.
Yeah, dude, it clears you out. Whatever you ate the night before comes out after, like, dude, it doesn't even have to be the whole cup. I do like 2 sips and all of a sudden I'm about to like shit my pants.
Poop, poop.
Yeah.
Poop, poop, poop.
Yeah, you know what? Do you guys know about fiber too? Guess what? When you get older, you'll learn about fiber. You'll learn about colonoscopies. Man, those are fun.
I love that we're talking about poop, and it's like way more interesting than anything Wild Bill had to say.
You know, you
lit.
should, after 40, get a colonoscopy.
You think so?
Yeah, dude, because in all seriousness, colon cancer is very common, and it goes undetected because it's so far up there, you wouldn't even know about it until it was already a problem. Like, you'd be having cancer symptoms by then. So colonoscopy finds it when it's just a little polyp and snips it. Like, it goes through looking for polyps, snips them, and you're drugged the fuck up. You don't remember any of it.
So I get to get high and have something shoved up my ass?
Yeah, something really, something insanely long up your ass. Like
That's double positive to me.
something long and slinky. You know what I mean? And you're in a room full
It's a
of people.
stinky slinky?
Well, it's not stinky. You know why? The prep. The prep.
Oh, they can make you drink barium or something?
It's not barium. Barium's to like make things like glow for like imaging.
Yeah.
This is to like flush out all the poo poo. So you drink like a solution, this solution that just makes you shit uncontrollably all night to flush all the shit. So like eventually you're shitting just pure clear liquid.
Been there.
Pure clear liquid.
I am so glad that I got drunk before I came on here.
For real.
And then when you're done, they give you pictures of what it looked like. I have pictures of the inside of my ass, like way, way, way the fuck up inside of my ass. I showed them on one of my streams one time, and people got grossed out because like in a couple of them there's still like a little bit of poo poo. You know?
Yuck. Yuck.
Oh, my God. They do record it, too. They record the entire thing. And if there's something, they go in and they snip a little polyp, and then they give it a biopsy to see if it was cancerous.
They're just in there picking little pieces of skin out your
It's
colon?
not skin. It's a polyp.
It's a polyp?
Yeah, that's a precancerous tumor. So they want to snip it before it becomes
But what's
cancer.
a polyp made out of?
I mean, it's a cancer cell, or it's like it's a regular cell. It's a non-cancerous growth of irregular cells.
It's like flesh, though, right? Like
technically.
Okay. Yeah, when I say skin, it's not the epidermis, but
No.
it's still flesh and stuff.
Yeah.
They say cancer can actually have like pieces of teeth grow in it, even like all
I've never heard
biomatter.
of that,
Yeah,
but-
they found like cancers with like teeth in them. All biomatter can show up in cancer.
So here's our buddy Nick Fuentes talking about the riots and protests and everything.
Disorder. They saw an opportunity, and they took the opportunity to enrich themselves.
Kind of like your Hawaiian shirt wearing ass standing behind the police while people are talking and just nodding along.
The Apple Store, Thurston
What about
Jewelers,
your
and High
Hawaiian
Lake
shirt
Liquors.
wearing ass?
How predictable. How predictable, right? What a surprise. This is political. This is political. These are revolutionaries, poets. Okay, give me a break.
Oh, and I do want to mention my last colonoscopy. They also gave me an endoscopy, which is down the throat all the way like into the bottom of your stomach. So I got spit roasted by basically spit roasted by robots.
Wait a second, you got spit roasted by robots, but you're also the same person who's like, I can't wait for AI robots.
For real.
Hey, it left an impression on me. What can I say? actually, during one of them, I did wake up. Like I've had 2 colonoscopies actually. The first one I ever had, I woke up during it and tried to like pull the thing out, and they had to like up all they did was like the anesthesiologist there just turned up the sleepy, and I was.
You woke up and you tried to pull it out?
Yeah, because it hurt. It hurt.
No, I imagine it would. It was your first time.
Right.
Poor Ben wakes up mid-thrust, tries to pull his fucking
It's not only
robot out of his
thrusting,
ass.
it's like moving around and like looking. You know?
And then they're like,
Just imagine you waking up and being like, hey, Doc, at least spit on it first.
Yeah. You could have bought me dinner first.
no, they made you drink that shit. You wouldn't be able to eat anything
I
else.
know, damn it. Dude, it's amazing. The results from drinking that shit. It's amazing.
They're simple. So I'll read you some of these reports here. I counted up all the destruction, and in Minneapolis, 6 buildings were completely destroyed. In the final tabulation, 6 buildings were completely demolished, and that includes the Target, that includes the apartment complex, that includes a Wendy's, that includes a McDonald's, a couple others. 22 buildings were looted, 22 in one night. 56 buildings reported property damage, 56 buildings. And 30 buildings had fire events. The fire department reported 30 fire events last night. And then in St. Paul, in the last 24 hours, you've had 5 buildings that have been looted and 12 buildings.
Good stats.
Talking about
It's sad that Walmart won't build inside a major city because it would have been way better for them to get hit than Target.
A lot of
Why
major
does he look
cities
like-
have unions that keep Walmart out.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Why does he look like a discount like Alex Jones InfoWars?
That's exactly what
he
he
knows.
is. Yeah.
He knows Alex Jones. There's this hilarious video of this guy because this guy had just gotten banned from YouTube, and Alex Jones, so they had this event where he was speaking, and Alex Jones was there, and he was all drunk, and Alex Jones keeps like getting up on stage and like pushing this guy out of the way and like stealing the mic from him and talking. It's great. It's hilarious. Hey, I have a problem that I want to talk about really quick because I'm kind of I don't know what to do about the associate producer role for this month, because by the time we do the show next Tuesday, we're gonna have the associate producer thing, and I'm a little confused with how Streamlabs is tabulating this. Because it's counting Chris Chandler's donation, even though it was on the last day of May. It's counting it as a donation this month rather than last month. And if I go and look at like top donors, it's showing Brian D. Boyd with $640 as the number 1 donor for May, and then it's showing Chris Chandler in June as the number 1 donor in June, even though his dono was on the 31st.
It's telling me Chris Chandler is for this month.
Yes.
On the 31st.
Well, it was this month.
That's
but
weird.
Yes, yeah, that's what I'm saying. I say we give it. I say because I don't think anyone's gonna beat Chris this month either.
I don't know. I don't even know.
I don't know why they're keeping track of it that way.
It's strange.
Yeah. I don't know. I guess we'll figure it out before I have to make that thing.
Yeah.
I would say give this month to Brian, and I doubt anyone's going to beat Chris Chandler.
Well, Chris Chandler is it's coming up next month for Chris Chandler. That's weird timing.
Yeah.
He is saying that
because of time zones.
Protests stem from built-up anger and sadness ingrained in our community, not just because of the video, but also because of slavery. Yeah, you got that right. Black people were stealing jewelry, iPhones, and liquor because of sadness over slavery. Right.
No, it was police violence. It was police brutality. It was murdering people. It wasn't slavery. I haven't heard many people talk about slavery specifically. It's about being targeted in a violent way.
He said feeling anger and sadness is not only understandable, it's right. It's a reflection of the truth that our black community has lived. They's just living their truth, man. They is just living their truth.
They should feel angry. Like, there's been tons of these incidents, and like none of them like have any effect. Like, so rarely do we see justice. Like, that doesn't mean they should like loot things, but like you should definitely feel angry.
You should make people feel like they're part of your society if you want them to be a part of your society. If you want them to exist amongst you, you should make them feel like they are protected, like you promise to protect everyone. You should make them feel like their voices are heard, and you should keep them from wanting to riot the fucking exorbitant ass shopping malls that they can't come and buy all this shit from because they're making pennies to your dollars. I don't know. Like, this isn't the answer, but right now we have no answers. And they're saying you need to find solutions because we're not happy. We're not going to sit back and twiddle our thumbs anymore.
Slavery, Billy. It's slavery that they're mad
Well,
about.
if they're mad about slavery, be mad about slavery. We have a problem. We need to find. We need to fix it. We need to fix it. That's the problem. Everybody's like, all lives matter. All lives matter. And it's like, well, that's true. You could say 2 + 2 isn't 3, because that's true. 2 + 2 isn't 3, but that's not the solution either. We need to find a fucking solution.
They is living they truth, damn man. That's hey man, go right ahead. You know, I look at black people smashing the Apple Store windows and stealing iPhones. They is living they truth, man.
All right.
They were
Hawaiian shirts for you.
This is
doing
the
that shit.
first time that I am ever being exposed to this human being, and suddenly I'm understanding why I see his name brought up so much on Twitter. Holy shit.
He's only like 22 too. He's like young.
Bro, that's like racism light. Like, that's like Dr. Racism light. Like, holy shit. Like, I'm gonna say something that's clearly invoking like black stereotypes, but it's not gonna be clear enough that you can call me a racist. Like, are you fucking? They is living their truth. What the fuck is wrong with this guy?
Yeah, and then he had this really weird kind of like homoerotic friendship with this cat boy. And all I had to do was mention it to him on Twitter and he blocked me immediately.
For, however many hundreds of years, we can't just let him destroy the fucking Apple Store. Come on, what are you, racist? Fry appeared to be holding back tears. The Jewish tears, as he said, I believe in Minneapolis. I love Minneapolis. And in believing in our city, we must believe we can be better than we have been. We must confront our shortcomings with both humility and hope. We must restore the peace so we can do this hard work together. And then everyone clapped. He should go out tonight and do that speech. He should have been out there last night. He should have went to the fucking jewelry store and said that. Attention, African Americans. Your anger is justified. I love Minneapolis. He's just going to get pushed over. Get out the way, white boy. I can imagine this guy, standing in front of the Apple store, the jewelry store, the liquor store. I love Minneapolis, and we have to be humble, and we have to confront our shortcomings. The only shortcomings being confronted are the shortcomings in their fucking checking accounts. That's the only shortcoming. A shortcoming in their wallet. Am I right?
All right, well,
we have
that's
to
not like that's totally irrelevant to justice either. Like, we have a fucking legal system where if you're poor, you're basically fucked. So, yeah, like, the corporatism is actually kind of a part of the problem in the first place. So.
If you have a $10,000 bail, right? The cool thing about your $10,000 bail is you could pay $1,000 and get a bail's bond and be out of jail, right? You could be out of jail. For $1,000, you could be out of jail. A lot of people can't afford that $1,000, so they sit in jail. A lot of people can afford to just put the entire $10,000 up, and then when they go to jail, they get all their money back. Like it's just, if you don't have $1,000, you sit in jail. If you have $1,000, you can pay it to be out of jail. If you have $10,000, you just get out of jail for free. You just let them hold your $10,000 till you go to court.
Yeah, bail bondsman.
But it's not even just that, though. Like, it's all the money that you have to spend in, like, getting a good lawyer, too, because God knows your public defender's not going to have fucking time to look at your case or do anything for it anyway. Like, if you don't have money to sink into legal fees, you are fucked.
It's so funny what a joke. Because we have that right to be represented, but when you get that free representation, it's almost it's just a little bit better than not having any at all.
You have the right to a speedy trial, which means you're going to take the plea deal and get the fuck out of here, or we're going to fucking bend you over.
Right.
Front our shortcomings.
Your legal rights are basically that you can have somebody appointed to you to hold your hand as they walk you directly into fucking prison. That's it.
Yep.
Because what? One guy died? Are you kidding me?
It's not one guy
died,
Nick.
So we can destroy the city and
it's not
steal
one guy, Nick.
And hey,
Nick, it's
slavery.
not one guy, Nick.
Slavery. Okay.
Do you know what, Nick? You know what?
Ignorance is bliss. Said before.
Hey, V, check this out. Do you know what Knicks fans refer to themselves as?
It can't be anything worse than VTard, so go ahead, lay it on me.
I'm gonna spell it. It's K-N... no. It's Nickers.
All right, guys, I'm done.
Yeah.
Okay. Let's just talk about it. Slavery is not an excuse, okay? It's not. It's not an excuse anymore. And it's not an excuse for anything. It's not an excuse.
Okay. Slavery is not an excuse, but the high incarceration rates, the fact that there's for-profit prisons.
That's what the people are actually talking about. They're not like, I haven't heard anyone, maybe people are, but it's the minority. Most people are talking about the actual issues we face now. Most people realize, like, slavery still causes issues even today, but it's not the problem that they're complaining about specifically right now.
Let me say, as somebody who has a good chunk of my subscribers are black, and a good chunk of my friends are black. The only person I've ever heard bring up slavery in all of these protests is this fucking dude with the tie.
Right.
That's it. That's literally the only time in all of this that I've heard that be brought up. So I don't know what the fuck he's talking about.
He doesn't know what the fuck he's talking about.
He strawmans people all the time. See, this is his whole argument hangs upon the fact that, they're just mad about slavery. One guy died. They're actually just mad about slavery. That's what he does. People he doesn't like, he'll be like, that guy, yeah, he's a pedophile. Yep, pedophile. That's what he does. It's ridiculous.
Used for racial disparities. in wealth. It's not an excuse for racial disparities in crime. And it's not an excuse for black behavior. But everyone often trots it out as though it is.
For black behavior.
Yeah.
For black behavior. Holy fucking shit.
I mean, this guy has literally said he wants a majority white nation in perpetuity. Like that would be the law, that they could never have a white minority. He's an ethnostatus.
Since Nick brought it up, like,
go ahead.
I was gonna say, since he brought up racial disparities, like, you know, in the criminal justice system, maybe the fact that like black people get sentenced longer on average than white people do for the exact same crimes. Do you think maybe that's something that they might also be pissed off about right now? Like, that's been going on for a long time.
I think anybody who like talks about like a white ethnostate is only like furthering the idea that minorities are treated terribly in this country, because they don't ever want to be the minority.
That got really popularized during like the IBS days and the Warski Live years, when like Warski Live was the big live stream. You know what I mean? Like JF Gary Epi, that was on this show a lot back in the day before he.
Isn't that the guy who like has sex with like autistic women?
Yes. Yeah. You know what? You know what? His backstory. He broke in. Hold on. Let me tell you this. He broke into YouTube on this show years ago. He was a patron of ours, kind of like how Lord Magicus is right now. And that's how he got on this show. And he was just he actually is a scientist. He has an education and credentials. But the thing is that he met a girl that was 19 through this show that was legally had the mind of like, what'd they say, like a 12-year-old or something?
Wait a second, the chick that he's with now?
Not now.
Yeah,
That's Mama JF.
He's got a type.
Oh, he seems very predatory to me, man.
Yeah.
Wasn't he endorsed by Jeffrey Epstein too? That's probably not a great level.
Or he claims he was.
Yeah.
He claimed. It's weird that he makes the claim. There's no evidence I've ever seen besides him claiming it.
Blacks can commit crimes. The blacks can generally behave in a way that they understand. Every person alive, you could trace your lineage back in your own country, under the domination of another country, and you can find historical wrongdoing. Systemic historical wrongdoing. And you know what? Everybody else gets along just fine. Everybody gets along
You ever watch Braveheart?
Yeah, but like what he's talking about, like he's like, oh, you know, everybody's been systemically oppressed at one point or another. It's like, yeah, but black people are continually systemically oppressed. Like that's still a thing in our society, whereas like my ancestors are Irish and Sicilian Italian, so like they
so you just want to kill yourself, basically.
I've never experienced that.
Because like didn't the Irish and the Italians have a lot of beef, especially in New York? Like
they had a lot of beef. There was once a time where Irish people were basically also I think the term was indentured servants or whatever the fuck, but they were also basically slaves. And like Italians, there was once a time when Italians couldn't get jobs out here. There used to be a sign outside that said Nina, that said no Italians need apply. But here's the thing. I've never experienced that. That was my ancestors. That's what their history was, not mine. Like, but still to this day, black people are being murdered for like, you know, petty crimes or shit that they didn't even do. So I don't understand what the fuck his point is. Not to get like, you know, to take a stance on anything, but like what he's saying makes no fucking sense.
Yeah, I'm part Irish. I'm Irish on my dad's side and Polish on my mom's side. And Polish people weren't even. There was a time when Polish people weren't even considered white, which is weird.
Same thing with Italians.
Yeah.
They were not considered white.
Yeah.
I know some old school Italians who have called me the N-word because allegedly Sicilians Italian. Yeah, because allegedly Sicilian Italians have N-word, quote unquote, blood in them, is what I've been told.
Well,
so I've been called that shit before too.
It's probably more like like Middle Eastern, right? I don't know if it would be African. I've flown over Sicily on my way to Italy, on my way to Rome one time.
Yeah.
I flew from France to Rome, and you could see Sicily just like you see it on a map. It's so weird. You know what I mean? And like
there's only like a fucking a river, a lake, or ocean, whatever the fuck, that separates Sicily from Africa. So, that's where that whole comes from. That's where all that comes from.
I don't know. Have you ever taken a DNA test?
Okay, it's funny because my mother's the Irish side, and like my grandmother from my father's side is a little bit racist. So like they're always telling me like, yo, you should take a DNA test. This way, if it comes back that you're black, your grandmother will lose her shit. So I've kind of always wanted to do that, to watch my grandmother have a heart attack. That'd be a fun way to half her life off. But
I took mine, and there's like less than 1% African there. It's like 0.3% African ancestry there. So it's somewhere way, like hundreds and hundreds and hundreds and hundreds of years ago, almost 1,000 years ago, I had one black ancestor.
I would definitely be down to do that, to like check on my DNA.
You can usually get a deal.
Huh?
You can usually get a deal through 23andMe for like $70. That's the cheapest I've seen them run off for a DNA test. You spit in a
You
little
should
thing.
do like a sponsorship for them. I don't want to do it unless you guys get paid for it.
Yeah, let's try and get a sponsorship.
Just fine. When you look at Irish and Italians that were discriminated against in their country, are they carrying on talking about, well, you know, when we first
He's saying literally the opposite what you're saying, using the same reasoning. It's really weird.
Yeah.
Here they said Irish need not apply.
He's like, hey, Irish and Italians were
Irish need not apply, and you were just talking about the Italians need not apply.
Yeah.
Yeah.
My problem is that my history gets mixed up to me, because I'll be real with you. Race does not mean a fucking thing to me in terms of myself. Like, I don't identify with any of that shit. I'm just a dude to me, so I really don't give a fuck. But like, I get my history mixed up with my Irish side of my family and my Italian side of my family. But like, from what I've heard, both of them have experienced hardships.
Yes.
That's not been my experience, is what I'm saying. It's never applied to me. So that's why I'm saying is like his argument of like, oh, Irish have gone through this, Italians have gone through this. I've never gone through that though. Like in my lifetime, that's not been a thing. So
I'm so white. I got my test back. Like the most ethnic I am is Viking.
That's white.
I know.
That's ethnically white.
That's the
but
most.
That's like the best kind of white. Like that's not like country club white. So like that's a good white to be.
Well, there are no country clubs.
I'm part country club white too, though. They're like Welsh, you know. I'm Welsh and I'm Scottish and
Welsh is.
I guess Irish too.
Irish is UK.
Yeah.
That's Celtic. So technically, if you're Welsh, going back further, like it all kind of links together. All the Celtic.
I'm Germanic. I'm
So this is. I just pulled mine up.
Danish.
I just pulled mine up, and it's point. Where's the African part? It's 0.2%.
So somebody's getting at me in the comments like, "Oh, you're racist because you say you don't care about race." I was talking in terms of my own race. I don't give a fuck what my race is. I'm just a dude. Like my race has no barrier.
No,
but no, that's actually racist. You have to be proud of being white, or else you're racist.
Dude, the
I'm not
Mediterranean
proud
Sea.
of being Italian
Wrestling
or
fans.
Irish.
Am I right?
That's what I was. I didn't have a choice in that.
River, lake, or ocean, dude. The Mediterranean Sea. Wrestling fans.
Did he
Am I
say?
right?
Did he say river, lake, or ocean?
He said river.
Oh, okay. Yeah, Mediterranean Sea. Yeah, yeah, that's what it is. Who said that? Who said river? V?
What?
Yeah, I think you were talking about how far away Italy was from Africa, and you called the Mediterranean Sea a river.
Oh yeah, it's the it is the Mediterranean Sea. I didn't hear that. It is the Mediterranean Sea, and you cannot, because I've been to the Mediterranean Sea in South France, and you can't see Africa on the other side. It's really far away.
That's so wild, bro. There's like two people in the chat who are like, "Oh, this makes me sick." Like,
They're
dude,
actually my
guys,
best friends. They're trolls. They're trolling. They're trolling.
Yeah. Yeah, if
don't
you're talking
make me experience white guilt, guys. Come on.
Yeah.
You don't know how bad my life is.
Hey guys, let's do a white guilt.
You do that every day.
I don't have guilt for anything.
Oh my God.
I don't have guilt for anything.
It's not literal guilt. It's
Is
a
it?
different.
Billy is 40% chili cheese.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's
so
right.
Glad I took the comments at this point in time.
That's right. I don't know how Dan
Here it
did
is. Right here, this little black dot, that's 120,000 people in America that have died of coronavirus. This represents all of the people in the United States.
It's almost like, dude's drunk. I know drunk when I hear it. The way he just,
And this little black square is the people, for whatever reason, who have died.
Okay,
they died.
stop. Let's put up this same exact screen. All right, but instead of dots representing the Americans, the dots will represent dollars in the American GDP. And the black spot will be how much money was spent fighting COVID. And we'll compare that black dot of how much money was spent versus the black dot of how many people died, okay? How about that? Can we get that done? Can somebody do that? Because I want to see how much money is bigger than the dot of humanity before he makes this argument that this tiny dot of humans dying isn't enough to warrant us taking a little fucking breather.
Is this a light bright? What the fuck is this?
Now I want a light bright.
Light bright, light
You know,
bright. Turn off the magic
should
of
also-
colored lights.
Do you remember,
Bro,
like...
I used to buy like when I was a kid, I had my parents buy me light brights and Legos, and I could never make any of the fucking shit that was on like the fucking covers to that. I was such an unartistic and untalented kid, which explains why I do YouTube now. So,
But that's no reason to shut.
The square is like 20 to 30 times larger than the number of people that died in 9/11. And like, look at how much we've like uprooted our country because of that. And you're going to say like something that's like more than 20 times as serious, we should just like ignore like it's nothing.
But this is the thing. We knew how to bomb the people who hit us with 9/11. We don't know how to bomb COVID.
we gotta bomb COVID.
Yeah, we're at a loss. Exactly. We're at a loss because we don't know how to bomb COVID.
So what you're saying is we need more drone strikes in our own country to
On
get rid of
COVID, yeah.
Yeah, okay.
If somebody
I'm
coughs,
down with this.
if somebody coughs, they should get electrocuted by drone.
Yeah,
Electrocuted?
Cool. Yeah.
How do they pull that off?
I don't know. I saw R2D2 electrocute somebody in Star Wars. Sure. We got to have the technology by now. That was, what, 30 years ago? We're fine.
You know what?
Get like the little Amazon drone. They can,
I got
the Amazon
this.
drones can deliver packages and zap people.
Yeah.
I got this. I got sent this really, really cheap, like Chinese made drone in the mail. All right. And when I chart, it was like big enough. It was small enough to like fit in your pocket. Literally, you like unfolded it, and I was like, "There's no way this is gonna work. There's no way this is gonna work." Because I charged it up and everything, and it flew, dude. It was crazy. But here's the problem: it would just go crazy. So, I was trying to play with it, and it just like went crazy and just started doing its own thing out of nowhere. And the first thing it did was it flew into this butterfly and just chopped it up into like 1 million pieces. And I was like, "What the fuck?" I was like, "What the fuck?" And then it flew. I wasn't even touching the controls, and it just like flew up into the sky and just vanished.
Hold up. You sent a murder drone out into the world?
It just went like...
You released a murder drone out into the wild. And you don't know where that thing's been. You don't know where it's gone.
That fucking drone. It just fucking vanished.
You released a murder drone out into the world. How are you laughing right now? There's a Chinese spy murder drone out into the world with your fingerprints on it.
Fucking just, dude, it started to control itself. It saw a butterfly and chopped it up.
And you're for AI cops.
Yeah, Vee Infuso brings up a good point, Ben. When they fucking double penetrated you, what do you think they've implanted in your brain where you're okay with turning the police force into robots and setting Chinese spy drones off into the world to kill the most beautiful things on this earth, butterflies? You know how many women...
You know what the funniest thing about it was? All right, so I was like, what the... I found it on the internet. I was like, I'm going to buy this cheap drone just to like play around with it, like, because I don't want to buy like a nice drone and crash it and break it. You know what I mean? I want to learn with a shitty drone just in case, because you crash that shit, you know. So I order it and it doesn't show up forever, like forever. I ordered it and like 2 months go by and I still don't have it, and I'm emailing the people and no response, like nothing. Like, I'm like, hey, can I get a tracking number on the drone that I ordered? But the drone was only like $70, something stupid like that. So like hardly any money at all. Okay, so I end up going to PayPal and charging back what I paid because it didn't show up for like 2.5 months and they weren't answering my email. So I'm like, fuck this is a scam, and then PayPal refunded me. Because I didn't get it for like a really long time, and there was no proof of shipment. So I was like, "Fuck it." And then like another month goes by, and it shows up in the mail. And I try to play with it, and it just takes off.
Yeah, it went home. They knew you charged back. They're like, okay, he charged back the drone's program to come home.
It fucking just took off.
And we're gonna kill every living beautiful thing around him until it comes back to us. That butterfly was the first in a string of deaths because you charged back on PayPal.
I love that the artist is calling Ben a Borg. He said the butterfly is assimilated because of the drone.
Yeah. I was disturbed by the butterfly thing. I was like, what the fuck is... Because at first I didn't see what was going on, and then I saw, like, something got chopped up into little pieces by the propellers of this fucking drone. And then the drone... And you know what's fucked up? I have a video of it flying away and me really hard with the controller. Like, what the fuck is that?
Where's the video?
I can't play. I'm not gonna play it
Ah.
because it shows. Because it was like where I live, you know. But it's so fucking hilarious.
I am so glad I got drunk before I started doing this stream.
I'm looking at it, totally dumbfounded, as it just flies away.
This episode's been terribly revealing. Ben's for an all-robot police force. He's for...
And I'm apparently racist.
He's for getting double penetrated by robots in the ass and the mouth at the same time. It's already happened. And he released a frickin' spy murder drone out into the world. Okay. Okay.
And that's going past the whole colonoscopy thing, too. We're just glancing
Press
over that.
F in the chat for the butterfly.
What the hell? Oh, God, I'm dying now.
I'm terribly...
Now you know how the butterfly feels.
Yeah.
I got chopped up.
I'm sad.
Oh, man. Holy shit. I'm sorry. There was a button to make it land no matter where it was. And when I pressed it, it just went even further away.
Did it kill the butterfly before or after you pressed the button?
Before. It did that. It did that like right when it came to life. That was like the first of its many evil deeds.
First it was a butterfly, then a bird. It just kept going on from there. It's
Who
learning how
knows?
to kill.
It could have like it probably wedged itself in the engine of an airplane or something.
So
Who knows?
this drone was sent to you. They tried. The Chinese government tries to get the Americans to pay for it. Even when they charge back, they still send the drone because the drone is the Chinese way of combating the butterfly effect. That butterfly was going to fly into a scientist's office that scientist was about to develop the cure for COVID. That butterfly would have got his attention right to the cure, and the Chinese knew that, and they killed that butterfly to stop the butterfly effect.
Is that what happened?
That butterfly had a future ahead of it. The Chinese knew.
I love this. The whispers from the dark. A butterfly dishonored the drone's family.
Isn't a drone just like an alpha butterfly, like an alpha insect? Really?
No, it's nothing like that. Where do you get that from? It's a bionic
Drone
butterfly or
master
something?
race.
A butterfly is like the slutty bar chick of insect world, which is why all the slutty bar chicks have butterfly tattoos. The alpha
But they don't
insect.
have drone tattoos.
I want to see. Yeah, when are the slutty bar chicks gonna have drone tattoos?
I mean, in about 20 years, dude.
Well, I was about to say 20 to 40 years.
In 20
We're gonna
years-
see no more slutty chicks with butterflies.
They're going to be cyborgs. They're going to be cyborgs with holograms tattooed on where their tramp stamp would be.
They're gonna have like drone tattoo tramp stamps like right above their ass.
They're going to have holographic television screens on their tramp stamp area, so you can watch porn
that
while
would
you hit
be
it from behind.
awesome. I was about to say that would make Doggy Style so much more interesting.
That's what's going to
Holy
happen.
shit.
Because they want to
Dude,
keep.
I want to live in that future.
They want to
Fuck
keep
it.
the
Let the
attention
drones
of these
take over.
ADD gamer boys. Caterino wants to keep their attention, so she's going to have a freaking screen, a touch screen hologram on where her tramp stamp would be, and a cyborg vaginal implant.
So glad I got drunk.
It's
So
going to
glad I got
happen.
drunk.
It's happening.
The
That's
real
the
question,
future
though,
I
is:
wanna
are
live
you
in.
glad that you got drunk?
Oh yeah, I'm glad until tomorrow, and then I watch this back, and I'm gonna be horrified. But right now, I'm glad.
I think green alcoholic beverages are fucking cool. They're cool. I'm looking at you drink that. Yeah, I feel like I'm in an absinthe bar with you, or something. Classy.
Yeah, it does look like an absinthe. Yeah,
Does it?
a little bit.
It's pretty chill.
Yeah,
I've actually never even seen what absinthe looked like, to be honest.
it's like a
I have no
greenish
idea.
liquid, and they pour it over a sugar cube, like
Yeah.
through a strainer into a glass.
So it gets that a milky consistency.
Yeah,
almost.
it's really good. For a long
Oh,
time, it was
really?
like real absinthe is still illegal in the U.S.
Is it?
Like, yeah, like the wormwood extract, which is like real
I thought
absinthe.
they legalized it.
No, that's still illegal as far as I know. Someone can fact check that, but the only time I've had real absinthe, to my knowledge, was in Europe.
Oh, you've actually had absinthe.
Yes.
Is it anything like it is in the movies? Like is it hallucinatory?
If it
I
has
can't-
wormwood
I'm
extract
drunk.
in it, yes.
Okay, so absinthe, American absinthe passes the taste test. Lucid absinthe is made with real wormwood that can be legally sold in the United States.
Okay.
Oh,
I don't
shit,
know when
I'm
that
not
changed,
into
but
It was completely banned in the U.S. and most of Europe, but it was banned for 100 years. From 1912 to 2007, it was made legal in 2007.
oh, 2007. Wow, imagine that.
Yeah, I knew that. I knew that, and I've said that 5 times. 5 times I've said that, and I finally looked it up to prove it. Because my word's no good here. I have to Google my word. Because I oftentimes say things without searching and they're wrong. Like today, I said, I thought that Asian cop that was with Chauvin when he murdered George Floyd was the brother of Chauvin's wife. And that was not true.
Yeah.
Apparently.
I checked into that today, and I don't believe it was.
Oh, I gotta look that up.
Yeah. Go ahead and look it up.
Is this-
Yeah. Let's double check it.
We need a 12th peasant to just be a fact checker. A 12th peasant. Can you be the fact checker, please?
I thought you were gonna get up and cut a promo.
Not
I
me.
thought Google was a peasant. Isn't that something we talked about before the show?
Yeah, Google should be the 9th peasant.
Dude, you triggered my OK Google.
Okay, Google.
I'm gonna trigger everybody's phones right now. Okay, Google. What's the other one?
Yeah, it looks like she's not. Yeah, she's
Alexa.
not his sister. That's for sure.
Hi, Bixby.
Request Barnabas. Request Barnabas. Request Barnabas play Aqua Barbie Girl. How many of you at home have a Request Barnabas?
Alexa, play Pinwheels by Billy the Fridge.
Alexa, play With My Balls.
Well, I mean, why isn't anybody asking Siri? Don't you think she feels a little bit left out?
Nah, Siri's cunt.
That's fair. Yeah, I don't like that sarcastic bitch. I ask her for information, and then she always has like a quip, like "fuck you, just give me my fucking information, you Google fucking bot."
Give me my info, you cyber bimbo.
I see V engaging Joe in the chat, and it's hilarious. That's actually Billy's.
I fucking hate.
That's actually Billy's roommate.
Yeah, I wasn't joking when I said that the trolls were my friends.
I hate him because like he's fucking with me, and
He's easy to hate. If he targets you, he's easy to hate.
He only targets people while they're drunk. I've been sober 900 times.
He targets you all the time.
It's true.
Yeah.
Never mind.
Yeah.
He only
Well, what you
targets
don't know
people
is
he
Billy's
loves.
actually secretly a raging alcoholic, so that's where that.
Yeah. I'm a raging alcoholic. Replace the G with
man. Oh. So should we go do the post show really quick?
Let's go do the post show.
We're
real
just gonna
quick.
do it on Twitch. V, you can come with us if you want. If you gotta go, we understand.
Yeah.
We do like an after show after this, and we're gonna go to Twitch and do it.
Yeah, I can hang out for like another like 15-20 minutes.
Cool.
Okay.
All right.
Everybody spam that link in the chat, twitch.tv/drunken peasants. I did a hiccup.
You're
That's how
hiccuping
drunk
like
I
a
am.
yeah.
That's how drunk I am.
Don't forget to like the stream, neighbors.
Please won't you be my neighbor?
I do need to go get more.
Do your thing.
Bang, bang, she shot me down. Bang, bang, to the ground. Bang, bang, my baby shot me down. Should I do some salvia before we go?
Do you have some?
I think I have it on me. I'm not going to do it.
Oh, dude, why did you say it then? Why have it on you? Why do you have it on you?
I don't know.
Okay.
I got some salves.
Do it, Billy. Do it.
Baby shot
Would you
me
do it
down.
for Magicus?
Of course not.
Oh.
I already give Magicus a great compliment. I said being bald will probably make him sexy. That's very kind of me. It's very
I think
kind.
you said the opposite of that, actually.
No, I said you're not sexy, but bald people are sexy. So maybe when you become bald,
So
you'll
he
be sexy.
insulted you, but he's gonna pretend like
That's
it was
not
a
an
comment.
insult.
I think
yes.
you're
So wait, are you
gaslighting me
saying that
right
I'm
now.
sexy?
V, you are.
He's bald.
You're juggalo sexy. Like you could walk into a gathering of juggalos and get all the women.
Well, see now, I've seen what juggalettes look like, and I don't want any of those women. So,
Damn it!
Quite frankly, I'm offended.
Well,
I'm
shit.
gonna take another shot. So.
Oh my
Shit.
God.
Dan Aykroyd fucking loves you.
Bro, I just bought this today. Is what the really sad part is. I've gone through this in one day.
That's nice,
Wow.
though. Thank you for getting a new bottle for the show tonight and hanging out with us with a brand new bottle.
Oh, dude, I think I'm a lot more fun when I'm drunk. So, like, from now on, if you guys ever want me to come on, let me know. I'll go purchase a bottle right before I do.
Yes.
Right.
I like it.
We are going to go now, and we will be up on Twitch in a few minutes. Everyone should go there. Twitch.tv/drunkenpeasants. We will see you all there. And for those of you that will not join us, I pity you, but we will see you on Tuesday. But everyone should go to Twitch, because if you enjoyed this, there's just more. There's just more. So we'll see you there.
It's free. Come do it.
Yeah.
Twitch.tv/drunkenpeasants.
Yes. See you guys there. Oh, shit.
Every time.
I should turn off that goddamn internet.
Oh, don't touch me. Don't touch me. TP, are they gonna touch me?
In the beginning, there was nothing. And then there was the Drunken Peasants Podcast.
Drunken Peasants. Drunken Peasants. Drunken Peasants. Drunken Peasants. From the strangest corners of the internet, gonna get TP'd by Billy and Ben. You know where you can find them at. Get ready, cause they're gonna kick your... Drunken Peasants. Drunken Peasants. Drunken Peasants. Drunken Peasants.